G'day, everyone. How are we? Sneaky Friday afternoon jibber jabber. Hello, sit here. Come on, say g'day. Have a rant. Have a rant about the Queensland Government. Pieces of shit. Hate them. Hate them with a passion. Anyway, thank you, YouTube. We'll wait to see if someone comes on. I'm on StreamYard, everyone, because I've been having troubles with audio and video not being matched up on you, doing it through YouTube. So I've done a StreamYard, and hopefully we'll see how we go. Anyway, Lorna McMillan's on. G'day, Lorna. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, please, just to make sure the audio's okay. It looks like my mouth's moving to the words at the moment. But AJ, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Marky Lavelle, Andrew Van Esch, how are you, mate? Good to see you. All good, beauty. Good stuff, mate. Hang on, I'll move my screen around a bit. Oh, no, that'll do. That'll do. No monkey magic, not yet anyway, mate. We'll see how we go. And that's why I'm doing it through StreamYard. Hey, Terry, how are you, mate? We'll be talking about Tharge. Yeah, so doing it through YouTube, it was like monkey magic stuff. My mouth wasn't moving with the thing, but I'll try it through, because I did a live feed with Kaz the other night on Kaz's channel through StreamYard, and I had no problems whatsoever. But through YouTube by itself, I was getting a lot of lag, guys. So I'll see how. Hey, we're at York Peninsula. Very sunny here. The Rolls. Sorry. Well, I'm glad it's sunny there, because it's certainly not sunny here. It does not know how to find up here in far north Queensland. It is just ridiculous. Me and Roz went for lunch down at Caravan Beach before and had a quick little walk along the beach and got back to the pub for a countery just in time for a big squall to come over. Just ridiculous. Craig Hepburn from New Zealand, over the ditch there in New Zealand. Good stuff, mate. All good here. Kevin, g'day. Timmy Hancorn, g'day, mate. How are you? Howdy, Buck. Loud and clear in North Victoria. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Hope everything's down there. Be cooling down a bit down there now, won't it? Anyway, my mouth seems to be moving to the... I'll put that down a little bit. Mouth seems... I've froze a few sunspots, which... that side there and somewhere else, that one there. Red marks on my face. I froze a few sunspots the other day. Yeah, Mark Lavelle saying it's been pissing down for 2 weeks. It's been pissing down all year here, mate. It's the wettest I've ever seen my yard. It just won't fine up long enough for the yard to dry out. It's just like a quagmire. I can't even get my car down the side. I've never seen it like this. We get a lot of rain, but when it fines up, it dries out very quick, but we just can't get a fine day to dry it out. It's just ridiculous. Any baby news yet? No. Lauren said they're looking at inducing her on Sunday because it's now 9 days overdue. So I think they're going to induce Lauren on Sunday. I said on Mother's Day. So well, there you go. She might be a mum on Mother's Day. How good would that be? Roz just said that then. Going to induce her on Mother's Day. Hopefully Lauren will become a mum on Mother's Day. I said that to Roz last night. I said, it'd be good if Lauren has the baby before Mother's Day so she can celebrate her first Mother's Day. Maybe she'll have it on Mother's Day. I said, tell Buzzy to take you for a bumpy ride in the Forby. And she said, it'll be bumpy all right. He only owns a Corolla. Got a 4-wheel drive. She said it'll be bumpy all right. So, yeah, I'll let you all know. Once Lauren has the baby, everyone, I'll let you all know. So, getting a bit nervous being dad. I hope everything goes okay for her. It's a big thing having a baby, so you always worry about it. The reason I'm worried, I had a friend I worked with, and she died giving birth. So it's, you know what I mean? I hope Lauren's not watching this, but poor old Nicole, who Roz knew, we were in the police together, and Nicole passed away having her first baby. A lot of complications, ended up having a heart attack on the birthing table. The baby survived, and Nicole passed away. Very sad indeed. Audio's playing up. Audio is playing up. Yeah, it's all good, mate. No, my mouth is still moving to the beat. So everything's good. Might be your end, mate. Undiscovered. Hopefully it's all back now. Audio's not working very well. Yeah, you're the only one who said that so far. Fine here. Lorna said fine. Roz said it's fine out there on her. Sorry to hear about Nicole. Yeah, that was a long time ago, Terry. Nicole passed away. I went to Nicole's funeral and that. We were housemates together for a year when we first got out of the police academy. And she met a nice guy, Murray, I think his name was, and ex-police officer himself. And yeah, very sad indeed. And that kid would probably be. When was Nicole's funeral, Roz? 14 years ago, a long time ago. That kid would be, yeah. Blackers reckons the audio. Go, Blackers. Thanks for all your emails and that, mate. Audio reaching Geelong, okay. Yeah, undiscovered it. It could be at your end, mate, hopefully. Everyone else seems to be getting it okay. Anyway, we'll get on to some news. The Queensland Government closed down all their driver revivers in Queensland because of financial. They come up with all sorts of excuses. You know, like a thing that was bloody, who's this? Oh, Russ Longson reckons he's got dementia, everyone. Russ reckons he's got dementia. Yeah, he gave me some doubles for the state of origin. He reckons he gave me 6. I said, there's only 5, mate. Anyway, that's why he reckons he's got dementia. We'll talk about the pallet of beer soon. But, yeah, you know, we all know driver revivers are one of the best safety initiatives out there, guys, encouraging people on long trips to pull over and have a break, have a cup of coffee, have a biscuit, stretch your legs, splash your face. And they've closed them all down. 32 of them. There were 43 in Queensland. 20 of them privately run, or not privately run, but run by Driver Revive Australia, by Rotary and the Lions clubs and things like that. There were 23 Queensland government-owned ones. And the one here in Innisfail was one of those. And the police used to run it. One of the police liaison officers here, Michael. And it was one of the most popular driver revivers on the corner of the Bruce Highway and the Palmerston Highway, just north of Innisfail, on your way to Cairns. If you've ever been to Cairns, you would have driven past it. Michael said they used to do, you know, on school holidays, Christmas, Easter and that, 150, 160 cups of coffee a day. You know, that means 150 people plus their families have pulled over, had a break, had a coffee, have a stretch of the legs, refresh before they drive on. Well, the Queensland Government's pulled the pin on it. And I said, why, mate? He said, probably because of the Olympics, mate, and all the tunnels, the tunnel, new tunnel they're building in Brisbane. They're just scooping all the funds back down to Brisbane. And it's just annoying, you know. And I said, well, is there any way we can keep it open? He said, well, who's going to pay for the liability insurance and all that type of stuff? So anyway, I've got a meeting, and I'm not going to let this rest. I've got a meeting with my Member of Parliament for Hill, which is the Queensland area I'm in, Hill. Our Member for Parliament here, local member, is Shane Knuth. He's part of the Katters Australian Party. So I've got a coffee date with Shane on Monday morning at 8:30 down the main drag of Innisfail. I'm going to get in Shane's ear. And then Tim Nichols, guys, who used to be the Queensland opposition leader. Tim's the member for, I knew I'd forget it, one of those places down in Brisbane. Tim contacted me last night. He said, Buck, I'm under the pump. He said, can I ring you on the weekend, mate? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to get in Timmy Nichols' ear about it too and get them, the LNP party and the Katter party, start putting the squeeze on the Labor Party and saying, why did you close down these driver revivers? 23 of them. Closed them down. Pulled the funding. Absolute bullshit. Anyway, I'll keep you up to date on it, guys, because it's got under me skin. We all know that things like that are happening all the time now, and we're going backwards. And I think driver revivers are a good thing, and I think they're a must for school holidays, and they always go on about road safety. I might turn... No, that's bright enough. Let me know if that's bright enough. I haven't got the light on, but it looks like there's enough light coming through the window there. I think they're a great initiative, and run by volunteers. And Michael was telling me the other day, Michael also does the volunteer. He's one of the police cultural liaison officers here in Innisfail, a bloody hell of a nice guy. And he also does the driving part of the program that takes the kids out and helps them get their 100 hours and all that type of stuff. He said, mate, they pulled the funding probably to fund the Olympics or something like that. He said, they don't give us a reason. They just do it. Closed 23 down. Innisfail's is just sitting there now. The building's there. And when they got back to me, the Queensland Department of Transport, and said, yes, we're working closely with local councils to get them to open up. So, well, guess what? Our local council is broke also, like a lot of local councils are. And they haven't got the funding to maintain buildings and infrastructure here as it is. That's why we pay some of the highest rates in Queensland here on the Cassowary Coast. We've got a lot of infrastructure and not a big population. So our rates are a lot higher than what they pay in Townsville and Cairns and that, and probably even Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. Our rates are right up there, very high. And our council's not going to take over that building down on the corner there, the Driver Reviver. They're trying to get rid of assets, not take more on. And then they said, yeah, what we're trying to do is encourage Lions, Rotary, and these organisations to reopen the Driver Revivers. But then they've got to have a way to pay liability insurance for the volunteers that work there in case there's an accident, someone tips the brew urn on and burns their leg. You know what liability insurance is like in this country now. The electricity, who's going to pay that? And all the rest of it. All the tea, coffee, biscuits, and all that type of stuff's all donated by businesses. It's run by volunteers. There's minimal cost. The only cost is to keep the building painted every 10 years or whatever. It's just a little brick building with a roller door on it, guys, and a shelter off the thing. It's not going to cost a lot to do it. And the other thing is the electricity, I guess. But I know it'll be kept clean and tidy and whatever by the volunteers. They'll look after it. And it's closed down. It needs to reopen. So anyway, I'll keep you up to date. I've got a couple of meetings with some politicians coming up, Tim Nichols and Shane Knuth, who are both Queensland politicians. And rain coming in the window. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I'll keep you up to date on that. Pissing me off. Sooner North Queensland becomes a separate state, the better. I used to be against that. If there was a vote tomorrow, do you want North Queensland to become a separate state? I would vote yes, because we're just getting hosed over. You should see the condition of the roads up here, guys. They are atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Yes, Craig, like all governments, departments, deflecting their responsibility onto others, which is exactly what they're doing. Wiping their hands of it and trying to get someone else to take it over. It's all too hard for them. Those Driver Revivers have been running since I can remember, and they're a fantastic safety initiative. They go on about how serious they are on road safety and all this type of shit. Driver Revivers are they're a must-have. I'll put them in there, the must-have category, Driver Revivers. I'd love to see them be open 365 days a year, but I guess they can't get the volunteers and that for that. And as Michael said, the Innisfail one here was one of the most popular ones in Queensland. He said, we even had, and this is the things that the volunteers start thinking outside the box. He said, we even had I can't remember the name of it, one of the big food, that's a big thumbs up's just come up in a bubble. That's a new thing I've never seen before, a big thumb up in a bubble come up on my screen. Must be a new upgrade. He said even... not dogs galore. I'm thinking of barbecues galore. One of the big pet food places was providing Innisfail here with dog biscuits, Scooby snacks, and water bowls, so that when people stop and have a coffee and stretch their legs, there's some fresh bowls of water for their animals. The volunteers can give a Scooby snack to the dogs and put some dog biscuits down and let the dogs have a thing. He said it was really... He said we had so many companies trying to help out, and the Queensland government don't want to maintain the building any longer. And I don't know who paid for the electricity. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's just a shame, isn't it? I'd like to bloody open a Buckaroony community, open it up and get it going. But then someone would probably want rent for the building. I guess the government still own. They probably want to charge rent for the building, electricity, liability insurance. Next thing you know, it's like running a business. You're just watching your money go out the other end. You're trying to provide a volunteer service, and everyone's trying to get a piece of you to get money out of you, which is why these things don't get off. It needs to go back. The state government need to man up and start running driver revivers in this state. They're a safety initiative. Pablo, g'day, mate. How are you? Anyway, I'll keep you up to date on driver revivers. It's pissed me off. This friggin' Labor government here in this state, they're wrecking the state. We're going backwards. And I keep saying it all the time. People go, oh, you're swinging buck. Bullshit. That we're going backwards under these arseholes. The sooner they go, the better. Speaking of politics, I only found out today we were watching Sunrise, Roz. Sunrise this morning, and they were up in Mariba. And Bob Catter was there, and sitting beside Bob Catter, he's a bloke I used to work in the police with, Dwayne Amos. Mossy was my sergeant when I was in the police here in Innisfail. He's a senior sergeant now, acting inspector, actually. Done a lot of time up in Cape York, working in the Aboriginal communities. Dwayne's very passionate about the Aboriginal communities in Cape York and that. Well, guess who's running in the next elections for the thing of Cook? What's that thing called? Electorate of Cook, which is basically north of Cooktown, Cape York. Who's running for the Catter Party? Dwayne Amos. So good luck, Mossy. If you see this, I hope you win, mate. And even Roz said, I know Dwayne's passionate about helping the Aboriginal communities out and helping them move forward. And Dwayne was a tough copper. He didn't cop any shit, but he had a big heart and he used to try and help the Indigenous people. So he's running for the member of the electorate of Cook, which is north of Cairns up to Cape York. And I think maybe even the Torres Strait is part of Cook. So Mossy, if you get in, mate, I hope you make some difference there. I reckon you will. And he's the type of bloke who'll get down in Parliament and he'll have his say and people will listen. Mossy's a bit like me. He's outspoken. He doesn't take any shit and he'll make some changes, I reckon. I hope he gets in, and that'll give us 4 Catter's Australian Party people here in Queensland. If they get re-elected, we'll have Robbie Catter, Bob's son out in Mount Isa, and then we'll have Shane Knuth here in Hill, and we'll also have what's the bloke down in Ingham? Nick D'Amato down in Ingham in the Hinchinbrook Shire, and hopefully Dwayne Amos, Mossy up in Cook. So it'll give us 4 Catter Party members here in Queensland, all in North Queensland, so they can all get down there. And as you know, when there's just one of us, like Bob Catter is the federal member. Bob goes down, has a rant in Canberra, and they just laugh at him and flob him off. He's just one bloke by himself, and he hasn't got a lot of pull. But if we've got 4 of them up here in North Queensland in state politics, they can all get down into Brisbane and start kicking up a stink. And I know that'll be good if it happens. I'll keep you up to date on that. I know probably going, oh, Buck's on the political bandwagon. Well, I hate the Liberal Party and I hate the Labor Party. So the Catter Party, they try and get shit done, and especially for the farmers and the people up here in North Queensland, trying to get some of the royalties from the coal mining and that it all happens up here in North Queensland, and it all gets channeled back down into Brisbane. And we don't get a fair share of it back here. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? It all gets channeled down. Sooner they make Brisbane, the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast part of New South Wales, the better. And let the rest of Queensland get on with our bloody lives. Maybe things will be a lot better. I'm sure there would be volunteers if the government ran. Yeah, there's volunteers, mate. There's more than enough volunteers for the driver reviver here. Michael said, we've never had troubles getting volunteers. And where it started, I said to Scenes, he said, hey, mate, if you need an extra set of hands for the driver reviver next holidays, let me know. He goes, mate, they've pulled the funding. There is no more. There is no driver revivers. Labor Party in Queensland has pulled the funding for driver revivers across the state. So there's 23 of them gone. So if you go past a driver reviver on your next holidays and it's not open, you can blame the bloody dickheads down there in Brisbane. Stephen Miles, piece of shit, who took over from Anastasia Palaszczuk. That's the party who's pulled the funding. And I'm hoping, all going well, next year when the LNP party probably get back in, which I think they will, I hope. We can't put up with the Labor Party anymore. Maybe they'll bring the funding in. And blokes like Tim Nichols, Shane Knuth and that can go, hey, we need to bloody get the driver revivers up and running. They were a really good, no one will ever know, but can you imagine how many people have pulled over, refreshed, had a coffee, stretched their legs, splashed their face, had a tinkle on that, and refreshed and gone on the thing? Who knows in the if this keeps going on, how many fatalities this may lead to? People trying to punch on longer than they need to. Next thing you know, they're falling asleep behind the wheel into the front of a semi-trailer or off the road into a tree. You know, I think driver revivers are a bloody one of the best road safety initiatives ever invented. And here I go again. Oh, we haven't got the funding. We've had to pull the funding, blah, 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 because the Olympics is coming up. They won't say that, but you can bet your left one, that's what it is. Why don't they, instead of you get a traffic ticket, all the traffic fines and speed camera fines, instead of going into consolidated revenue, put that money back into road safety and have that fund driver revivers. That way, when you get a $300 speeding ticket, people might go, all right, I was doing the wrong thing. At least I know me $300 is going to keeping the road safer. It probably won't hurt as much. You know what I mean? But instead of knowing your money's going into who knows what they use your speeding fine money with and that, put it back into road. Have your speeding fines pay for driver revivers. Rechannel that money. Instead of that money going, who knows where it goes, channel it into road safety. Driver reviver being part of it. Mike Blakely's on over in Colorado. G'day, Mike. How are you, mate? My mouth is moving to the thing still. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, Mike. Just having a rant, mate. We have a thing here called driver revivers, and it's basically a little stop on the side of the highway, a rest area. You have volunteers there, and they open it up in the busy time, Easter, Christmas, school holidays and that. So people doing long-distance travelling on the highways can pull in, go to the toilet, stretch their legs, give their pets a run, and there's free tea and coffee and a biscuit and that. Just it's a safety initiative. Well, the Queensland Government's just pulled all the funding on them. Absolute bullshit, and it's a disgrace. And I'm going to I'm got a couple of politicians I'm speaking to next week, hopefully, that I can express my thing, and I'm hoping that they'll bring it up in Parliament and go, this is not on. Why wasn't the police commissioner? I haven't seen the police commissioner on TV going, why has the state government pulled the funding on driver revivers, one of the best safety initiatives, road safety initiatives ever invented? Why is it not? Because they get employed by the state government. No one's got the balls to stand up and pull them on. So anyway, no one's going to listen to me, but hopefully if I can get some politicians on board, they can bring it up down in Queensland Parliament and say people aren't happy with it because our council's not going to take it over. They haven't got the funding to do it. They're broke as it is. They're not going to take on more infrastructure and then have to pay liability insurance and that. They're struggling for money as it is. So it's all right for the Queensland Government to go, oh, we're working closely with, this is the email I got, we're working closely with local council to take over these sites. Local councils aren't going to take them over because it's more expense to them. It needs to be funded by the Queensland State Government. And the expense, I think, would be minimal because a lot of the stuff's donated, the tea, coffee, milk, and everything's all donated by companies, and the people that work them are volunteers. Come on, we can do better than that. Keep up the good fight, Buck. Yeah, it just pissed me off, mate, when I heard that. It's just another thing we're going backwards. Things aren't improving. Every time you read the news or something's we're going backwards. No one's using common sense anymore. It's pissing me off. Yeah. Yeah, the police commissioner should be showing the door if they didn't say anything. Absolutely, we've got a new police commissioner, but I haven't seen. They're always on the news after a fatality on the highway, and there's always some senior copper on there blaming the drivers and oh, you've got to not speed and all that. We all know that shit. Drivers know that shit. Some of these accidents are happening because the roads are shit house as well. Up here in North Queensland, the roads could be a lot better. Actually, the Bruce Highway is a disgrace from Brisbane to Cairns. It's an absolute disgrace, and it was even on the news, being voted the worst highway in the world or something, I think. It's subpar. If you see the potholes in some areas up here, you just think, my God. Brings me back onto, in Australia now, we can't even seem to have a company that can build a bloody highway to get through one wet season up here. Have we lost the capability of building roads now, have we? I said maybe the Chinese should come in and build them for us. They'll probably do a better job. They go to patch a bit of road. The roundabout here in town, which I drive around 50 times a day on my driving stuff, every second day they're filling potholes in. And then you drive there 2 days later and there's potholes again because they're just doing a half-assed job of fixing it. Like, fix it properly. Do the job properly in the first place. You drinking tea making me feel bad. I just cracked a beer, Pablo. Nothing wrong with that, mate. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It might be 5 o'clock in Colorado. Who knows? It's beer time. I've already had a couple of hard solos. I had a couple of schooners, a hard solo or hard, what's it called now? Hard something. Basically just solo lemon soft drink with vodka in it. And I had a couple of them with me burger and chips at lunch. So quite refreshing. Not bad at all. Surely it can't be too expensive to fund. No, it's not. But someone's got to put their hand up and fund the driver revivers, mate. It can't be. You're right. It's not that expensive. A lot of the stuff's donated and volunteer workers. So the funding is minimal. It's not like it'd cost $1 million a year to run a driver reviver, mate. We're talking minimal expense, a little bit of electricity. Come on. We can do it. Steve W. G'day, mate. Steve's on. It's not 5 o'clock in the afternoon up there in the motherland. Steve is on his second coffee of the morning, he said. So it's 10 hours behind. I can't do me. Hang on. Utilities. Have I got? I'm seeing what I've got. It's 3:24 on Friday afternoon here. 1:24 a.m. in New York City. London, and I presume Ascot will be the same. 6:24 in the morning. So it's Sparrowfart there at let's go. I've got Sydney's same as us. LA, 10:24 p.m. last night in Los Angeles. Las Vegas, 10:24. Perth is 1:24. Cape Town, South Africa, 7:24 in the morning, which is only an hour ahead of London there. Houston, Texas. I don't know why I got that on my phone. 12:20. It's just after midnight in Houston. Yeah, there you go. I thought I had Colorado in there, Mike. Use me. Piss off. Remind me later. Something just popped up on my screen. Now, I had something else to tell you, and I forget what it was. Lauren, the Legends for Charity. Did you see the latest donation from Mick at the Airlie Beach Hotel, everyone? Mick sent me and Gidgey a letter. Gidgey hit Mick up a while ago about, is there anything he can do to support the charity? Well, Mick's just sent us a letter, and he goes, how about a pallet of piss? We're not talking a couple of cartons. We're talking a pallet, which ends up as 2,700 beers. So it's about 112 cartons of beer or 30 packs of cans. So Ken's going to get in touch with Steve from Soar Adventures, who's just come on. So Ken's going to get in touch with Rob the Wanderer, Steve, Snorky, Phil the Maniac, and whatever, and find out what beer. We'll have to get mid-strength beer, obviously, and heavy beer or whatever. Gidgy might also have a chat with Mick about some wines for the ladies. He didn't mention that, but Gidgy's going to ask about that. So Mick was thinking, oh, you could sell it at the event. We can't sell it at the event, or they can't sell it at the event because we won't have a liquor license to do that. So you can't do it. So it's donated, everyone. But I'm sure when we get there, and if someone's just drunk 25 beers for the weekend and hasn't had to pay a cent for them, I'm sure they'll throw some money in the donation tin. So if you know what I'm thinking there, I'm sure there'll be a donation tin there. So if everyone has their fill of beer, and there's going to be plenty of it to go around, I'm sure everyone will throw 50 or 100 into the donation bin for the free beers that they get. So we're not selling the beers. We're not allowed to. VB will not be there, Steve. VB is banned from there. If anyone wants VB, they will have to bring it themselves. So if Greg Palmer turns up with his VB, we'll try and tip it out on him when he's not looking anyway. Mick's a legend. So, guys, if you are ever in Airlie Beach on holidays, make sure you go into the Airlie Beach Hotel and support Mick. We're talking about $6,000 worth of beer there. You know, like I'm sure it didn't cost Mick $6,000. He'd get us at the wholesale price. But if you were to go into a bottle shop and buy 112, well, yeah, I'll pull my gonculator up here. It was about 90 30 packs, guys. So I'll go to miscellaneous gonculator. So I worked it out. It was 90 cartons of beer. That's 30 packs. 90 or 112 24 packs roughly. About $66 I paid for a 30-pack of Hahn cans the other day at the bottle shop. So 90 times 66, 5,940. So nearly $6,000 worth of beer, guys. That's been donated for nothing from Mick at the Airlie Beach Hotel. Mick, if you ever see this, mate, thank you so much to you and your staff. Very much appreciated. It's just another way of me and Gidgy. Was Gidgy, actually. Gidgy's the one who asked Mick about it because he was down there working, not working with Mick, but training with Mick on a fitness kick with Mick there a while ago. And he hit Mick up about, is there something you could do to help out the Legends charity? And we did a letter up and explain what the Legends was and who was supporting RACQ Life Flight and Southern Downs Ark, Animal Rescue and that. And Mick's decided to put some beer on for the event, which we had at the Harvey Bay event. We had about 4 kegs of beer that were donated, 2 kegs of beer by Spinifex Breweries in West Aussie. Scotty Bruce bought a keg out of his own pocket, and I bought the other keg out of my pocket, and we put 4 kegs of beer on and a heap of wine for the ladies, which was a bad move because it got messy. Not the guys, the women got messy. And someone said on my Facebook post, is there a pallet of wine for the ladies? I said, no, you're banned, you're on the waters because they got rat-assed, the girls on the wines. So I'm sure Gidgy will have a chat with Mick and see if we can get a few wines or whatever. But I'm sure the Legends will sort something out for the ladies. But the fact that we've got a pallet of beer, how good is that? That will, yeah. And as I said, we're not allowed to sell it because there's no liquor license at the event, guys. But it's all donated. But if you want to donate a bit of money into I'm sure they'll have a big donation tin there, which will go to the charities as well. And I'm sure if someone's had 20 beers for the weekend and go, I just didn't even pay a cent for them, they're going to be more than happy to throw a bloody pineapple or a couple of pineapples into the donation tin. Phil Taylor's on. I haven't seen your video yet, Phil. I've been away all morning, mate. So been in Mick's Pub for a few when we were in Airlie Beach. Great. It is a great venue. And some of the entertainment, some of the bands he gets there are top-notch bands. He flies them up from Melbourne and that. Really good entertainment. If you ever go to Airlie Beach, guys, there's accommodation there at the Airlie Beach Hotel. Wonderful meals and all that type of stuff. And, yeah, so absolutely fantastic. Yeah, no, Ken got into Mick's ear. You know, he's just had a chat with him. And Mick said, yeah, send me a letter, mate. So we'll keep it all above board. And I did a letter up and sent it to Ken on behalf of the Legends, and Mick's just sent us a letter last night. Well, Mick didn't. He's his general manager there, one of his managers, and she said Mick wants to put a pallet of piss on. So, and I think it's going to get transported to the event. But that's something, Steve and Phil, Gidgey's on now. G'day, Gidge. Yeah, so that's something Ken and Steve and Snorky and Rob the Wanderer and that can sort out the finer details. So work out what kind of beers, we're going to have mid-strength beers and maybe some light beers as well. And not everyone wants to drink heavy beers, guys. So that's something you can all work out with Gidgey, and then Gidgey will pass it on to Mick. And before the event, I'm sure one of Mick's trucks will go via Allara and Gumbara or whatever and drop a pallet load of piss off. How good will that be? And then once again, well, hopefully you've got a cold room there that we can store it in, or we need a lot of eskies. But if there is some cold rooms coming, maybe we can store some of the beer in the cold rooms and then transfer that into a couple of bloody half-cut 44-gallon drums, throw some ice over, and everyone's got free beer for the night or whatever. So rather than have kegs of beer like we did at my event, you've got to worry about a temp right and getting the kegs and the temp right back and that. And then hopefully Teresa's got some sort of recycling program there for charity, and all the cans or bottles or whatever can go back towards a recycling charity or whatever. So that'll be good. Yeah, it's something, And then people are going to go, oh, what about, I don't drink beer, or what about the ladies with wine? You can't dictate. If people are going to donate something for an event, you can't dictate what you want off them. If they want to give us beer, you just be grateful that they've given us anything. And for him to give us a pallet load of beer, if you don't drink beer and you're at the event, stiffsky, shitsky, as they say in Russia, guys. You bring your own. If you want to drink bloody vodka pineapple cruises, buy your own. I'll be drinking bloody beers. Anyway, so there you go. Much appreciated. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We'll go through the chat room if anyone's got any questions. And I'll tell you what, I put a link up there. If anyone wants to come on now, Steve, even if you want to come on, right at the very top under Mr. Buckaroony, there's a link there. Click on the link and come in and say g'day and be on the screen with me. If you want to come on and get your rough head on with mine, it won't be any rougher than mine, I can guarantee it. Go to the top, click the link, and if I see you pop up in the thing, you can come on and say g'day. Steve, if you want to come on or whatever, if you're in a position to do that, or Gidgey or someone, there's a few of you there that don't want to get on. A lot of yous are good in the chat room, but when I offer yous to come onto the live feed, no one seems to want to do it. No one. Phil's on. Pallet of beer. That's right, Phil. Phil the Maniac's on. Steve W., get on there, mate. Come on from the motherland. Get on and say g'day to everyone, even if it's 2 minutes before you take your Labrador for a walk. Come on and say g'day. The link's at the top there, guys. Click on the link, come into the chat room, and you can pop up on the screen with me and say g'day to everyone. And it's basically what me and Slacken are going to do, a marathon live feed later in the year. And we're going to have half-hour time slots where everyone goes, anyone's welcome on, and then you'll get a time slot, and you click on it and come in and have a chat with me and Slacken. So Craig Hepburn from New Zealand, we've got a couple on from over the ditch, which is good. Always good to have the Kiwis on. Good stuff. No monkey magic today. That's because I'm on StreamYard, mate. I'm wondering if it's because I did a live stream through YouTube. This is StreamYard. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's why I like StreamYard, because I can do that. I can highlight comments and that and say g'day. Timmy Hancorn, howdy buck from North Victoria. What town, mate? What town? Geez, I'll tell you what, a town I was impressed with when I went through Victoria was, what was it, Roz? Freaking hell, where the paddle steamers are. Moema's on the New South Wales side. Echuca. Really like that little town on the Murray River there in northern Victoria, right on the Murray River. And when we left Victoria, we drove in Victoria for quite a while, traveling east, and we followed the Murray River, and then we crossed over into New South Wales at Albury-Wodonga, and we went up through Wodonga into Albury, which is on the New South Wales side. So we followed the Murray River all the way along until we got to Albury-Wodonga, and then we cut into New South Wales up through there, which was good. Haven't seen anyone click on that link yet. No one wants to come on live with me. Come on, you weak pricks. Get on there. Say g'day. Blackers reckons too high tech for him. Bullshit. All you got to do is click on it. Here we go. Travel solo. Hi from Greenwith, South Australia. Happy camping, everyone. G'day, mate. How are you? Hope you're well. That's a new name on this channel. I haven't seen your name appear. Hope you're good anyway, mate. Thanks for tuning in, and hope everything's good down there in South Aussie. Yeah. Gary Neald. It's the first comment. If you scroll right back through the comments, Gary, the very first one, I've got a link there, StreamYard link. Click on that, and you should pop up on the bottom there, and you can come on and say g'day. We'll find out where you're from and what you're doing and all that. So I have a 5-minute chat with you, mate. You can introduce yourself to the community. That'd be good. So what link? Follow you, diddly dong. Go back. Hang on. Dead set. Invite. Copy that. Anyway, I'll put it up again. Here it is now. It was the first one I put on. Here we go. Paste. Can I pin that? Now, I can pin things on YouTube. I don't know if I can. Jennifer G reckons she's got a good head for radio. A Chuka. Yeah, Blackers, that was the one. No link. Lewis, it's there. There it is. I forgot to hit the blue arrow. There it is. If someone wants to come on and say g'day, not all at one time, maybe Fuller or Comjag's on, you have to scroll to the top of the chat. Yeah, Comjag, and I just put it in again, mate, because no one was scrolling. It was the first, when I very first went live, I did that. Hang on. I'm going to put the aircon on. All right. She's getting a bit steamy, and that's because I closed the window before because the rain was coming in. Can't find it, Gary. Who else we got? Tommy Oliver's on. G'day, Tom. Me and Tom and Gidgey are going to be cooking on the Friday night. Here we go. Steve W. from the UK. Steve W. from the mother country. Here he is, guys. G'day, mate. How are you?
Morning, Buck. Morning, everyone. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. What is it, about bloody 6:39? Where's the milk, mate? You're bloody straight black, is it?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
Wow. That'll put hair on your chest. How you been, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Need a bit of a shave, but
you have?
All right.
Yeah, you've usually got a bit more facial hair than that. This is Steve Warrilow, everyone. Is that how you say your last name, mate? Warrilow?
Warrilow, yeah, that's good enough.
Warrilow? Yeah, that's why I say Steve W, because I never knew how to pronounce your, so if you ever see Steve W on the thing, guys, this is Steve here from Ascot in the UK. Tell us a bit where Ascot is, mate, in relation to London.
London, about 25 miles out of London, near Heathrow Airport, at Windsor Castle.
Yeah, and Steve's the one, everyone. If you ever saw Steve standing outside Windsor Castle with a Buckaroony shirt on and also a Townsville Chiefs shirt, that was Steve, guys, if you're wondering. So what time's the doggy walk this morning, mate? I know you always got to take your dog for a walk in the morning.
Probably about 8 a.m.
About 8 a.m.?
She's 13 years old now, so we do it a bit easier.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We've got another one coming in now. Pablo. Here's Pablo. Mate. Hey, mate, how are you?
Good, buddy. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Where are you?
Oh, Gold Coast.
Gold Coast? Well, I think Tommy, here's another Gold Coastian here. Tommy
Okay.
Oliver's on. You're down
G'day,
the Gold Coast, Tommy, aren't you?
Yep.
That's good. He got his maroon Mr. Buckaroony
Oh, I should have put my legend shirt on.
Oh, good to have you on, guys. As I said, we got, for everyone, Steve W. from the UK. Pablo from the Gold Coast, and Tommy, you're on the coast too, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Morning,
And
Pablo.
we're-
Morning, Tommy.
Morning, Aaron. It's good stuff. Isn't it amazing technology now? We're
Oh,
4 blokes here. I've got a bloke in North Queensland, 2 on the Gold Coast down in South Queensland, and someone up in the mother country in the UK, all talking to each other on the screen. It's amazing technology now.
there you are, there on the big screen.
Yeah. There's Steve. What's her name again, Steve?
Maisie.
Maisie. There's Maisie, everyone. When you see Steve saying, I've got to take the dog for a walk, the Labrador for a walk, there's Maisie. That's the one he's always got to take for a walk. Now, this is getting, here we go. We've got Craig.
Another one.
This is, I know, I've opened a can of worms. And we've got
you
Colin
started saying that.
Flathead. I don't know how many I can have on. How many have I got on now? Where's Craig's there? G'day, mate. How are you? And Colin the Fathead. It's like the freaking Brady bunch. You've got to, what we do is me, Steve W, and Pablo got to look down, and Cole, Craig, and Tommy can look up like with the Brady bunch. Remember that?
Oh, God.
We can all look at each
Right
other,
now.
look across, and say good day to each other. Cole, where are you, mate?
Wandandian.
Wandandian. I've heard of Wandandian, but I have no idea where that is, mate. Where is Wandandian?
Just south of Jervis Bay turnoff,
Oh, yeah.
and before Sussex Inlet turnoff.
Oh, mate, what a spectacular part of the country, Cole.
Yeah, beautiful.
That is
down
Jervis Bay, mate, was one of the standouts of our trip down the east coast into Tassie. Jervis Bay, I should say. Now, here we go. I've always known it as Jervis Bay, but apparently the locals call it Jervis Bay. What's the correct pronunciation?
JB.
JB. Well,
Just JB.
the Royal Australian
But
Navy
it is-
had a ship, and it was called the Jervis Bay. Everyone pronounced it the Jervis Bay.
Yeah, now down here we call it Jervis Bay.
Yeah, and I did read that. And if you don't know, everyone, Jervis Bay is in New South Wales, but is actually part of the Australian Capital Territory. Am I correct in saying that?
I think you're right.
Yeah, well, when what they say, federation and stuff like that, every state territory had to have a
Port.
bay,
Yeah,
a port. Yeah.
yep. And I didn't realise. And when I was in Jervis Bay, I actually went to the police station, and it was run by the Australian Federal Police, the same as the ACT. So Jervis Bay is actually a territory. It's part of the Australian Capital Territory, not New South Wales.
No. Even the number plates on your car will say ACT, Jervis Bay.
Well, there you go. I always thought it was some bloody sovereign citizens trying to make up their own territory and that, but it's fair dinkum. It's actually part of the ACT. Craig, where are you at, mate?
Newcastle.
Oh, okay, another city I'd never been to, but was impressed with, mate. Newcastle. They apparently in the old days, Bobby and Kim Asser gave us the tour around Newcastle, and used to be a big mining town, big coal mining town, and that. But they've done a good job with it, and it's a bloody nice city now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, mate. It's got everything. Everything's close by.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice city. Some beautiful beaches and that there. And that flight that Brad Howell shouted, me and Roz went up in a little crop duster out of Cessnock, mate, in the Hunter Valley there. Yep. And we flew over the Hunter Valley, and we flew Nelson Bay, and then all the way down Stockton Beach, past Newcastle, and then up Lake Macquarie, is it? And then back out to What a beautiful flight that was. That was one of the best scenic flights I've ever done. It was incredible.
Some really nice country road.
Yeah.
Beautiful views out that way.
Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it? So, bloody Tommy, at the Legends Camp, mate, I believe you, me, and Gidgy Gorilla are feeding the masses on the Friday night.
Yeah, it looks that way, Buck.
I've got to recognise it.
Oh, well, we'll have to put the couple of aprons on.
Yeah, I'm knocking up the coconut curry chicken. Gidgey's knocking up his world famous green Thai curry chicken. What are you knocking up on the night, mate?
Oh, I'm cheating a little bit, Buck. I'm using some of my contacts, and I've got some nice lamb shanks and some beef cheeks and whatnot going on.
Yeah, nice, mate. Is it all that pre-cooked stuff, is it, or do you cook them from scratch?
It's all pre-cooked, but it's all sous vide, and it all comes from the Darling Downs. So it's all local product.
Yeah, right.
And tell you what, it's pretty good. You knock up a good sauce with it and some nice veggies and mash or whatever, and especially out there in winter, I reckon, it's going to be with the curries. It'll keep that cool air away.
Mate, remember in the old days, lamb shanks were like you gave them to your dog. Now you've got to take a loan out to buy 2 of them.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I used to go to the butcher with Mum years ago, and that butcher would hand them over for the dog.
Yeah, I know. And it was like giveaway things. And then they're like lamb shanks now, a bit of a delicacy, mate, when you go to a pub or whatever, lamb shanks and mash. And like it's an up there food now. You get them up there, Steve? Up in the UK, lamb shanks?
Yeah, we get lamb shanks. We get stuff you get as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to ask you, mate, has the cost of living in the UK got ridiculous like it has in Australia and New Zealand in the last couple of years?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's got a lot more expensive here, and kids trying to get mortgages and that sort of thing. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. It's not just Australia. I said the other night, I think it's the whole Western world. I know John over there in Oregon was saying that the cost of living in the United States is the same. It's not just us here that we whinge about Australia going to here. It's everyone. And it just seems to be since COVID, the world's gone backwards, mate.
I think so, yeah.
What do you reckon?
Still getting shortages of things. You go to supermarkets and some of the shelves are bare. It's just supplied things, and it's put the price of everything up so much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's what it is,
What do you do, mate? You just got to try and thing. Are you finding more people? Are you finding more people now living in tents and like living in caravans and living in their camper vans and that because they can't put a roof over their head up there?
There are people in caravans and not so much tents, but caravans. Yeah. There's a lot of alcohol in here as well.
Is that matey out there giving the postie a bit of a hurry up? Is she?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Bit early for the postie up there. Yeah. What are you doing with yourself, Pablo?
Oh, no, mate, just watching you, just sitting around, just waiting to get away the caravan, starting to get her all ready.
Yeah. Where's your next trip, mate?
Hey, sorry?
Where's your next trip? What kind of caravan?
Oh, I've just got that 19-footer I had last time up the Harvey Bay. And we're just going to go take it away next couple of weeks and just go out bush somewhere, just sit in a free camp somewhere.
Yeah, mate. Are you coming to the Legends camp at all?
Of course I am.
Yeah, good. Because sorry, but I don't remember you from the Harvey Bay event. I was that busy running the thing, mate. I just didn't get a chance to sit down and say good day.
We had to talk about Starlink and all those connections. Remember I got the aerial? Yeah.
No, that's all right, mate. I was that busy there. I'm looking forward to this one where I can actually sit down and have a beer with all you guys.
I was going to say you're going to enjoy it, aren't you? You're going to enjoy just sitting around, just enjoying it. Yeah.
Yep. Steve Fuller and all those boys will be doing the running around. I'll be sitting around drinking all that free piss.
Hey, listen to what was wrong with the girls getting pissed at all the wine? I thought that was funny.
Oh, mate. I was going to have to get the Gidgey to go down and sort them out. I thought there was one stage there, the gazebo where all the wine was erupted. I thought there was a male stripper down there. They were going apeshit. It was they were out of control. Tommy, you were there, mate, weren't they? They were messy.
Oh, they even tried to get me on the plonk, mate, and I don't drink that stuff. They were plying everybody.
There was some sore heads the next morning, and I think some of the gardens were well fertilised later that night as well. I think there was some up and unders going on. Bit of heave hose. Who else is going? Pablo's going. Tommy will be there. Steve, you won't be there unless I win the lotto and can fly you down, mate. Craig, you're not coming to it at all? Coming up for it?
Nah, mate. I'm that weekend. I'm starting my trip to Cape York. So group I'm going with from down here in New South Wales. We're going a little bit further inland and sort of missing that part of the area. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
exactly
right.
that weekend.
So you're going right up to the tip, mate?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, so I got a month off. Our plan is we're leaving here on the Friday, I think, and head up towards St George or a bit before St George, and then try to get the Cairns in 3 days.
Yeah.
And then spend time to get up to the tip and see as much as we can in that time.
Yeah.
Depending on the roads up there at the moment, from what you keep saying every week, there's just more and more bloody rain.
It's wet, mate, at the moment. I don't even know if you get up to the Cape at the moment. It's wet.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bucky.
I think they're still fixing the roads from Cyclone Jasper that came through early summer and dumped all that rain on Cairns and that. So,
Hey, Bucky.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
yeah.
So
the reason
we
why-
won't
the
be
reason-
doing Cape Trib or anything like that. We'll go from Cairns and then we'll try to get straight up to the telly track.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You'll have a ball.
Hey, Bucky,
Yeah.
the reason why they call me Pablo is because the job I was working on, there was too many Pauls on the Paul, so I got the nickname Pablo, and it stuck with me since I was 15.
Well, funny you should say that because my next door neighbour, 2 down, he calls me Pablo all the time. Is it Spanish for Paul, is it?
I'm not too sure. I thought it was Italian, but don't hold me on that.
Yeah. I think Paulo is Italian. But Vinny O'Brien down 2 down, he always calls me Pablo. When I didn't realise, I thought, it must be Paul in some
It is,
language.
yeah.
It looks a bit Spanishy. Anyone know? Cole, what language is that?
Hey?
No, just saying. Does anyone know what Pablo is?
Oh.
It looks like a Spanish thing.
Could be. Yeah,
Someone's
Mexican.
got some feedback on their microphone there. So, someone's
Yeah, but
asking.
I'm getting a lot of echo here, and what I suggest, if you turn your mic off, maybe, unless you're speaking, that might cut out the feedback.
Oh yeah. So if you can, I like Tommy's and Steve have done there, so you can still hear. Someone had some feedback there. So, hey Cole, Jervis Bay, mate, those beaches down there are just absolutely stunning, aren't they? Someone said, where are some of the best beaches in Australia? I've got to direct them to Jervis Bay. Absolutely incredible.
Did you go to Hines Beach at all?
Yeah. We went in. That's in the national park area.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the whitest sand in the world.
Yeah, Hines Beach or something, was it? We did go there from memory, but we had Rafa, mate, so we'd get out, have a quick look, and then jump back in the car. We had Rafa, and we were in national park, so we couldn't let him out of the car, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't get in there at school holidays times. No way.
Yeah.
It's just a shit fight down here at school holidays times.
Is it really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, like I work in Nowra at the butcher shop, and it only takes me half an hour to get to work. But holiday times, it takes me an hour and a half to get home.
Oh, wow. So get that busy down there. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that still a Navy base down there?
Yep.
What was
Still
that?
Navy. Still the Navy's down there, eh?
Yeah, it's a lot quieter. When I was growing up down here, Albatross, HMAS Albatross, they used to have the jets and everything flying and bombing Point Perpendicular on Jervis Bay and that, but now it's all helicopter time now. So
yeah,
it's all different now.
Gidgey worked down at Nowra for a while on the Seahawk helicopters and that. Pablo is Spanish. Mr. Bullet saying, Mr. Bullet over in West Aussie there. Pablo's Spanish with a small tie to Paul. Thanks, Mr. Bullet. Mr. Bullet is like, you don't need Google. He knows everything, Mr. Bullet. Unbelievable, that bloke. So there you go. He's the new Mr. P. He's a grumpy old bugger. Lorna's saying, Gidgey, you're going to have your stubby cooler so we can order them. We don't know what's happening with Gidgy stuff. Gidgy's got some gear coming out, guys, some fishing shirts and that. And let me tell you, they are unbelievable. And he's got some stubby coolers coming out as well. And Lorna's just saying, is he going to have them for sale at the Legends thing, which all the profits will be going towards? Well, I think the whole lot's going to go to the Legends. So Gidgy will probably bring them down. So if you're at the event, guys, you can probably buy some of the Gidgy Gorilla stubby coolers with a big gorilla on there eating a banana saying, "Eat a big fat one" is the slogan. So I can't wait to see the final draft of that. Yeah. What are you up to for the weekend, lads? We'll go around the thing. Steve W., what are you up to on the weekend, mate?
I'm actually going to a reenactment military show for the weekend, and I'm going to be sleeping in a great big tent and just there for the weekend. Should be good.
What kind of military reenactment is it, mate?
It's mainly World War II stuff, you know, tanks and all sorts of things. So yeah, it should be good.
Oh, it'd be good, mate.
Meet up, yeah, just stay there for the weekend and chill.
Oh, nice. What's the weather like up there at the moment?
It's supposed to, well, this is the first weekend we've had it hot and sunny. It's supposed to be about 22, 24 degrees for here and clear and sunny, which is good for us.
Oh, beautiful, mate. That's a nice day.
I'll come home looking like a strawberry.
Yeah, too easy. Someone's missing. Who went missing there? Pablo's gone. Where'd Pablo go? Pablo's fallen off the face of the earth. So that's all right. Tommy, what are you up to this weekend, mate? You working or you got it off?
Nah, got it off, Buck. We got normal weekend, kids netball tomorrow. And then Sunday is Mother's Day and my birthday, and we're going to see the bloody Titans and the Cowboys play.
Yeah, I'll bet the Titans will bloody hammer them too, I reckon.
Yeah, just a bit of a hit up for us. So not our teams, but we'll just go and have a look.
Yeah, you're a filthy Broncos supporter, are you?
Yeah, come on, mate.
Of
course I am.
Last week, mate, didn't they?
Oh, that was pathetic.
Yeah, not good.
The little general's out for a while, so. Well.
Adam Reynolds, mate, you're going to miss him. And Tommy Turbo's out for Manly. He took the cameraman out, spun his hammy for 6 to 8 weeks. Won't be around for Origin by the look of it. So, yeah. Ken was just saying, nice shirt, Pablo. Pablo's gone missing in action. Where are you, Pablo? He just dropped off the face of the earth. So, no, that's all right. Carl, what are you up to this weekend, mate? Doing fishing or?
Nah, I got to work in the butcher shop tomorrow, mate.
You're a butcher by trade, obviously, mate, eh?
Butcher, truck driver, whatever.
Okay. What's your specialty sausages there, mate? Which it's the Nowra butcher shop, is it?
East Nowra butcher shop.
East Nowra. Make sure you go in and see Cole. What are your specialty snags, mate? You got any real fancy ones?
Yeah, Worcestershire and black pepper sausages.
Now, Steve, that's right down your alley there, mate. Worcestershire. Have you?
And black pepper.
Worcestershire and black pepper sausages.
Yeah.
Worcestershire sauce and black pepper sausages. Yummo. Very nice. Yep. Have you ever seen the Yanks try to pronounce Worcestershire? Is that the correct pronunciation, Steve?
Worcestershire. I
always used to bloody go Worcestershire and the Yanks. It's got the Yanks stuff. They call it W sauce because none of them can pronounce it. Not one American can pronounce it. Worcestershire or Worcestershire.
They can't say aluminium as well.
No, they go aluminum and all those silly things. What's the our main one here, mate? Is someone's got some feedback on Holbrook's. Holbrook's sauce is probably the most famous Worcestershire sauce here. And my grandmum, who was a pom, she was from Greenwich. She used to love, and we used to get it here, Lancashire relish Worcestershire sauce. Do you get that up there? Okay. Lancashire relish.
Well,
Mama always had that. I remember as a kid, Lancashire relish, Worcestershire sauce.
I've not tried that one, but
Yeah, it was
Could be
beautiful. It
good.
was a sweeter. It was a sweeter type one, but I think the main one we get here is Holbrook's, Tommy. Be the main Worcestershire sauce that we buy here.
Yeah, and I think
Well,
there's Perkins. Is it Perkins?
Yes, that's a nice.
Heinz. I tried that Heinz sauce, the one that tastes like the McDonald's sauce
Yeah,
on a burger, and it does work. It does taste like
Yeah.
McDonald's.
yeah, it does. It tastes just like Big Mac sauce, doesn't it? Yeah. Tommy, I got we use a Worcestershire sauce called Anglo, Anglo, which is made in Brisbane, and that's a nice Worcestershire sauce as well. Queensland made one. Dad used to drink it straight out of the bottle. He loved the shit. He used to drink it. I always see Dad in the pantry necking a bloody bit of Worcestershire sauce out of the bottle, having a swig.
Well, one of my Kiwi mates, they call it black sauce.
Yeah, and that was the popular. If you said black sauce, you meant Worcestershire, and that's what we used to call it as kids. Was black sauce was Worcestershire because no one could say Worcestershire or whatever. Hey, Steve, I've got a mate down here. He's an absolute diddly donk. He's from Yorkshire, Dave Langan, and I found out the other day that Captain Cook, who was the white fella who discovered the east coast of Australia, was from Yorkshire. Is that correct? Was he a diddly donk from Yorkshire, Captain Cook? Or Lieutenant James?
Yeah.
Apparently he was.
No
does
idea,
anyone know that? I think
myself.
someone said Captain Cook was from Yorkshire. I said, surely not. Not someone with so much skill and talent can be from there, because the only bloke I know from Yorkshire is an absolute diddly donk. Mike Blakely here. Mike Blakely saying you have to travel to northeast of America before you can find any American who can properly pronounce Worcestershire or Worcestershire. I can't even say it. I haven't got a Pommy accent, but we say Worcestershire. It's not Shire, it's Worcestershire. Say it again, Steve. Steve's frozen up on us. Say it again.
Rusty.
Yeah, Worcestershire, which is an actual. Is it an actual shire in the UK, mate? Like you've got Devonshire and bloody Yorkshire and that.
Yeah,
Worcester
is a place. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that where they make the sauce?
Worcestershire is a place.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Every American cooking show, I think they all just say W sauce because they cannot pronounce that word. Haven't heard a Yank get it right yet. So, yeah, Dad Ken used to bring the Anglo back. They used to do it in gallon bottles. I don't know if they do the gallon bottles anymore, which is 4 litres. And you'd see Dad having a swig out of the gallon bottle every now and then too. He used to have it on everything. And I mean
that
everything.
comes from about 10 years, I think.
Yeah. And it lasts forever, eh? Lasts forever. Anyway, what are you up to this weekend, Craig?
Mate, I'll probably go and find a spot to camp, and I've just changed the battery system, so probably discover how to cook on a induction cooktop.
Oh, you're gone the dark side, mate. Induction out camping. Tell me you haven't got a coffee machine.
No, I don't drink coffee.
All these yuppies now with their bloody coffee machines running off their bloody thing. Says you're running an air fryer. Yeah.
Nah, just changed
make
over to
sure
the.
when you use induction, use steel, not aluminium.
Induction steel, is it?
No, on induction, use steel, not aluminium, because aluminium don't work on them.
Ah, yeah, because I remember you had to have a special sort of pot that would.
Yeah.
Amazing how it works. You can take the pot off and the water's boiling. You can almost put your hand on the induction cooker. It's just incredible how it works.
Yeah, it works off a magnetic field.
Is it something to do with the magnetic thing?
Yeah,
is it?
So it creates some sort of not resistance, but just creates something off the magnetic field, which gives you your source of heat. So certain materials won't work on it properly.
Yeah. Cast iron does, I'm pretty sure, because that's steel.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cast iron works on me because I've actually used it on mine. Mike Blakely's born in Worcester, in Massachusetts over on the East Coast. I didn't know that, Mike. Thanks for letting us know that. And I guess Massachusetts and a lot of those, is Massachusetts part of it is part of New England, and there's a lot of British names up there. I guess that's where the British bloody had a big influence, and that's why it's called the New England part of the United States. And I'm pretty sure Massachusetts is part of New England, correct? Because I think that's where the New England Patriots were based, in Massachusetts from memory. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Mr. Geography, they used to call me at school. Jack Turtle's on, everyone. G'day. Jack Turtle's
Morning,
on.
Jack.
Hey,
Jack.
well.
G'day, Jack.
Jack's been given. You didn't know, lads. Jack's been given the all clear from cancer, from bowel cancer. So that was bloody good news.
That's awesome news, isn't it, Buck?
Yeah, bloody really good. We're all happy to hear that, Jack. That you.
Bye for now, guys.
Yeah. Here we go. It is Massachusetts. It moved just as Massachusetts is one of the original British colonies. There you go. So is Queensland. Yeah. So the New England part of the USA there. I didn't know you were born in Massachusetts, Mike. That you end up in Colorado when you're in the Marines or something and choose to stay there, mate, or whatever. So I know Massachusetts is a long way from Colorado. And there were some terrible bloody tornadoes the other day in Ohio, I think it was, Ohio. And a mate of mine's son lives over there, married to an American girl, and he was just outside where those bloody horrible twisters went through and destroyed whole towns there in Ohio, I think it was, which is, I think Mike gets them over in Colorado too. I think you're just on the edge of the tornado alley there, mate. So, yeah. What are we doing tonight, lads? Watching the footy?
Yeah, mate. Probably catch up with a couple of friends, watch the footy, a few drinks.
Tommy's already up it. Who's playing tonight, fellas? Who's the two games tonight? I haven't even been keeping track.
Neither have I.
You follow the footy, Cole?
Yeah, mate. Unfortunately, I'm an Eels fan.
Parramatta, yeah. They're not having a good thing.
They're struggling.
With the old school footy, the old man was mates with Mick Cronin and Sterlo and all that.
Yeah.
Cronin's got the pub at Gerringong there and all that.
Everyone was telling me that because I was going on about how beautiful Gerringong was on our trip, and the amount of people who said Mick Cronin owns the pub in Gerringong, so it's obviously a well-known thing. Craig, you're obviously a Knights supporter, mate.
Yeah, mate. They're actually doing better without Ponga.
Yeah, I know. They had a win the other night. Everyone said, "Oh, Ponga's gone now. They're going to lose every game," but they had a good win the other night. So
they actually played better without him.
Yeah, well, there you go, mate. So it's funny how that works, mate. But the Cowboys could not beat Eggs this year. They are useless, mate. Absolutely useless. I've given up on them. They're not going to be in the 8. I've given up on them, and I reckon the bloody Titans will roll them. Tommy, down there. When are they playing?
Well, I don't know.
Sunday.
Sorry, what was that?
When are they playing the Titans? I know they're down at Seabus Stadium. Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday afternoon.
Sunday Arvo game, is it? Cowboys Titans.
Yeah.
We beat you. I went to the game a few weeks ago when we played you up in Townsville, mate, and Cowboys weren't convincing there. I reckon the Titans, mate, you bloody gave the Storm a shake. Not you, but the Titans gave the Storm a shake last week, so they can play good footy when they want.
Oh, they're looking a bit better this year, I suppose. You know, the last few years they've had a bit of a how you going.
Yeah. See, Fafita's off to the Roosters. Anyone who hates rugby league, you probably hate me about now. I'm starting to talk football on that.
So, all over the Finns.
Fin's up. Roz is happy. The Dolphins had another win last night. She's running around with a fin on her head. So, yeah. She's off the Cowboys. She saw the writing on the wall, last year. She said they're useless. I'm going to go for the Dolphins. So, yeah, she goes for the Dolphins. I think mainly because Hammer plays for the Dolphins now, who's Torres Strait Islander. So, yeah.
He goes all right, eh?
What was that, Roz? No, the Hammer. I think the Hammer's back next week anyway. So we've got a Cowboys, Broncos, Knights, and a Parramatta supporter on. I know what's wrong with Para, mate. They just don't click, do they? I don't know. They're the longest team now without winning a grand final. Parramatta, I think 1986 was it? The
86.
last one. 86.
Yeah, it would have been 86. Time for a new coach.
Yeah.
Brad Harper. Yeah.
He's had 11 years there now, so I'm surprised they don't actually go after Bennett.
Well, the Rabbits have wrapped him up now, mate, for the next 3 years.
Is it signed?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just read somewhere that he's going to the Rabbits for 3 years. If he's going to be 80 now, that guy. Is he ever going to retire?
He's 76, I think.
Oh, is he? Okay, so he's still short of 80. Yeah.
Yeah, still got a couple of years.
He's still got a football brain on him. He's still a good coach, obviously. I mean, look at the Dolphins are going well under him, so obviously he still knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Obviously a good manager can sort of breed personalities and make people come together.
Yeah. No, he's good. Jack said, how dare I go live at this time of the day? It's nanny nap time. Jack's going to be grumpy tonight with Marjo because he's missed his nana nap. He'll be like Mr. P. He'll be bloody throwing shit around his house because Buck kept him up from his nana nap. Mark Lavelle.
You missed the P, eh?
So Mark's obviously a para boy. I was 16 when we last won. Wow. And I still reckon that fish is photoshopped there, Mark. I don't reckon it's real. It looks like a big plastic thing you bought from the toy shop. Yeah, so it's good. But anyway, I've got nothing else to say, fellas. Anything else you want to say? Anyone else want to come on and say a quick good day? Well, where are you?
Yeah, we're all speaking. I was going to ask Cole, do you go tailor fishing down there, Cole?
Yes, mate. There's plenty of them.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're pushing up this way so I can get a nudge at them.
Yeah, we go on 7 Mile Beach, which is part of Gerringong, Jarawa. You can always get a feed there and salmon and shit like that, yep.
Well, that's good. At least they're running.
What chances would be, Cole, of catching one there?
Sorry, mate?
What do you reckon my chances would be one of landing one?
All depends how you channel and Russell Croc, mate.
What's the bait for tailor? Pilchards?
Huh?
What do you use as bait for tailor? I know that tailor fishing is very popular on Fraser Island.
Yeah, squid, prawns. It doesn't matter. Yeah. When they're on the run, mate, they're on the run.
Yeah.
You know, they take anything.
I like fishing. Yeah, I like throwing like big metal slugs in the wash off the rocks.
Yeah, right. For tailor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I grew up at a place called Greenwell Point, which is east of Nowra. And, well, that's where I started my working career, was on a trawler, actually. And when you go out the Crookhaven River, you've got 7 Mile Beach, which goes up to Jarawa, Gerringong, and, you know, it just goes off. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'll tell you a place that was big into game fishing was Bermagui. Some big boats there, Bermagui. Apparently that's where they go and get all the big tuna and stuff off Bermagui. There's some bloody beautiful big boats there. And I've never seen so many Dodge Rams in one town in my life to tow the massive boats. Bermagui. Yeah. Bermagui's south of Jervis Bay.
Oh, yeah, it's a couple of hours down the coast from me.
Yeah, righto. And then
it's down near Bateman's Bay, isn't it?
oh,
Yeah, it's past Bateman's Bay, Maria.
Yeah.
It's a lot further down. So
Beautiful country down there.
oh, mate,
It
that's
is,
south coast of New South Wales, Bermagui, Maruya. Did we stay at Maruya, Roz? Maruya Heads. We stayed at Maruya Heads on our way down. Bateman's Bay, another beautiful place. Gidgey's been to Bateman's Bay when he was a kid. And
I went down there a few months ago. No camp spots I picked out, and we stayed at a place called Termile Point. It's a national park, but it's a beautiful location.
It is, man. It's very nice down here. Eh?
Yeah.
Even though it gets bloody cold.
Yeah.
Nah,
but at the moment, I just wish this rain would go away. Because Buck, up there you're raining, we're raining here too.
Yeah, wow. I know Brisbane's had a bit of rain as well. It's I've never seen it so soggy here. Usually we get a lot of rain, but then we'll get a few days of sunshine. It dries out very quickly, but the yard's just been soggy all year. Like someone said to me the other day, we've had 15 fine days this year, and it's bloody 10th of May. We've only had 15 fine days. That's how much it's been raining up here. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, it hasn't stopped for the past week, and then we're in for another copping tonight and tomorrow. And like I'm on 2 acres here, and I can't even walk down out the back. You end up in the ankles. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had 100 mils of rain the other day overnight at Nobby's, and then I think the next night we had the month of April rain in one day.
Oh wow!
It's just been relentless, hey.
Yeah, wow. And then over west, apparently it's been very dry over in West Aussie. They're saying here we go, Gidgey. Ken saying, a guy I know caught a 97-kilogram tuna in Bermagui. It was huge. Imagine how much you could get for that in Japan, a 97-kilo tuna. Should probably be worth 10 grand or something. Yeah.
Well, here's a story. When I was on the trawlers, we used to have a long line boat, and we had a 27 kilometre barrel line of long tuning, and we got, and I was only a newbie, I was still green behind the ears. We got this yellowfin tuna, and we brought it up. We had to shoot it in the water because you can't bruise them or anything. Bring it up, put it on the sponge. We weighed it. It was 257 kilos, and as a newbie, I made $1,200 out of that fish.
Holy dooly!
Because that went straight to Japan for sashimi.
Yeah, and Graham Whitaker saying here, well, I said 10 grand, probably closer to 30 grand. Holy dooly! Yeah, some big money in that. G'day.
Who was that?
Oh, the tribes come home.
The tribes come home. Bring them on, Tommy. Give us a look at them.
All right. Where's Emily? Oh, trying to round them up. They've just come home from school. Yeah. There you go. Emily and Kayla and Chrissy.
How was school today, girl?
Good. Boring. Tell me what you do.
It's all right. It's the weekend now. How much homework you got?
Like, Cameron did some cooking for Mother's Day breakfast.
Oh, nice. You got to spoil Mum on Sunday? What are you going to cook up? Or is Dad doing the cooking?
Dad can cook. Well, it's Tom's big 50th birthday on Sunday.
Is it really?
Oh, there we go.
Hey, give us a
We're going to football.
Tommy Oliver's 50th birthday. You don't have to die over 65, Tommy. I don't reckon. let's give Tommy happy birthday thumbs up, guys.
Have a good one, mate.
Mother, hey, yous are going to be busy.
Yeah, we'll do.
Dad's birthday on the same day. See yous.
Oh, well, I was born on Mother's Day, so it's got to come around somewhere.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, there you go. So you're actually born on Mother's Day as well. Doesn't always fall, I guess. Yeah. Graham Whitaker saying he's Gerari. Is that how I say that? Who's a cockroach here? How do I say that? Gerari? Gerari near Dubbo, and we'll take the only rain we can get. I know it's you get places like here that just get too much rain, and then you got other places that can't get enough. It'd be nice if you could just evenly distribute it all over the country. It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? If you could kind of get a mouse and say, "All right, you go over there, and you go over there," and direct it.
Mate, it doesn't cross the Blue Mountains. It stays on the coast here and just won't go across the Blue Mountains to get to those locations.
Yeah. We're the same here, mate. We've got Queensland's two highest mountains out in the backyard, and the clouds just hang around for months and just will not go away. And it's all to do with those mountains there, mate. But you get on the other side of the mountains and it dries out 3 hours out Mount Garnet's dry as buggery. But on the coast, you just can't get away from the rain. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Phil the Maniac's on. G'day, Phil. Hope you're well. And yes, you heard right before, Phil. The Owley Beach Hotels donated 1 pallet of beer for the Legends Camp, mate, which is 2,700 beers, roughly.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it's good, mate. Absolutely fantastic. You know, if he said, mate, I'll give you 10 cartons, I would have been happy. He said, no, a pallet, which is about 90 30 packs or 112 24 packs. So Gidgey's going to speak with the Legends and work out what beers they want and whatever. We'll get some light beer and some mid-strength and some heavies and mix up the brands. You know, it'll be a bit of everything there. Some Coronas and Great Northern and everything.
Everything. I heard you're a fan of VB, Buck.
Yeah, mate, for cleaning out my Caravan bloody sink pipes. That's about all. That's one beer. It's just got a filthy taste to it, VB. Filthy taste to it, VB. But, and it's not just because it's Victorian beer. I actually, when I was down in Victoria, I went on to Carlton Draft in the Stubbies, the actual proper red Carlton Draft. That is a nice beer, but it's totally different taste in the V. VB is just swamp water, filtered through a dirty sock. That's all that is. Greg Palmer drinks the shit. It's a pretty popular beer up here. Don't tell anyone. When Roz worked at Brothers Leagues Club, VB was one of the most popular beers off tap up here because I think there's so many dicks come up and live up here. They all drink that shit. But Queenslanders don't drink it. We drink 4X or Great Northern now. That's probably there. Tommy's on the Great Northerns. It's a little bit watery, Great Northern. Tom, I just find it hasn't quite got enough flavour for me, the Great Northern. It's nice. On the keg, it's okay.
I like the original. I don't like the Super Crisp.
Yeah, that is water. That is flavoured water. That shit. Yeah. I'll tell you what is a nice mid-strength beer is Hahn mid-strength in the orange cans. Hahn make a nice beer, I've found, even though it's from New South Wales. It's not a bad beer. Don't tell them I said that.
Go to Blues.
Yeah. What are you on, Craig? Tooheys New? That's a good drop too. I don't mind Tooheys New.
Mate, I just drink bourbon.
Straight on the bourbons.
I don't drink beer, hey. Unless I'm in Bali. Straight to bourbon.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, I'm not a bourbon drinker. I don't mind I'll drink anything, really. Roz will back me up on that.
No, two things: rum and beer.
Rum and beer, that's it. Yeah, beer, and then when I know about you guys, but if I cannot drink beer after I've eaten, I've got to either stop drinking or go on to spirits or whatever. I cannot drink beer after I've got a belly full of food, and I know a lot of other guys are like that. Use the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Once I eat, I can't drink beer anymore. It's ridiculous. That's when it gets messy. You start going on the spirits and that. Undiscovered cat's piss. I hope you're talking about, where is he? Undiscovered saying cat's piss. I hope he's talking about VB there. That is cat's piss. VB. Geez, I upset some Vicks when I had a go at VB. They got a bit of thin skin, the Vicks. have a go at Aussie Rules or VB. They get a bit bloody sooky at times. They're pure blonde. Yeah, Jenny, pure blonde's not a bad beer. I don't mind drinking the pure blonde, which is a low-carb beer. Not too bad. Blackers, Mercury Draft Cider. I don't know if I've ever tried that. I know Roz doesn't mind a cider, apple cider, especially the ones you get all the ciders on tap and that now. She quite likes that. Terry G, what's Terry got to say? Apparently. Oh, Terry's talking about the ladies on the wine at Harvey Bay. That's going to go down in bloody folklore. That shit. That was funny that night.
So, Buck, with that, did you grab any video footage that it might be a special preview?
It was all destroyed, mate. No one was allowed out the front gate with any footage of the ladies in the wine tent because it was messy, let me tell you. Dad's I had to get Gidgy to go down and sort them out at one stage. They were out of control.
Guys, I got to go.
Yeah, mate. Craig, thanks for coming on, mate. Good to see you. Always good to see the face so you can put a face to the name in the chat room. He's lost us. Thanks for coming on, mate. I think Craig's lost us there. Cole just went out and got another beer, did you? You were off the camera for a while. Anyone else want to come on, guys, and say g'day? We've lost a couple. Pablo went, and Steve W has gone. Steve Fuller or someone, if you want any of the legends want to come on and say g'day. There it is, guys. There's a link there. We don't want to have too many on at one time. Yeah, so anyway, have a bloody good birthday on Sunday, Tommy, and it'll be a good weekend, mate.
It'll be a quiet one, I reckon.
Yeah. Did Craig, you got us, mate? Did you say you had to go? Craig?
Sorry, guys. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I've lost audio. So I'm going to head off now. Thanks for the chat.
Mate. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Go on, Craig.
You don't do subtitles, Buck. I don't know what that means, Jack. What does that mean? I have no idea. Yeah, Terry G saying happy 50th to Tommy. Have a good one there. I don't.
Thanks, Terry.
See you, Craig. Jack Turtle. Otherwise, I would come on. Get on here, Turtle. Come on, Jack. Click the link. Here we go. Oh, no. This could go forever now. Look who's on, everyone.
Hello. Hello.
How are you? Are you in your new camper trailer, Phil?
I'm under it. I was under it.
I thought
replacing all these hoses, Buck.
Yeah.
Everything is leaking. Everything's leaking.
Yeah.
So not anymore.
No, good, mate. If you use good quality hose and joiners and that, you'll be right. But hey, it gives you something to tinker on. I'll tell you what, you've done well with that trailer, Phil. It's a beauty, mate.
Yeah,
you must be happy with it.
I'm wrapped with it. It's a real bargain too. The guy sold it so cheap, eh? So I think it's because it needed a little bit of work. There was like the hoses and that need replacing, and that's easy enough for me to do.
Yeah.
Just had to clean the annex. I cleaned the annex, had muddy footprints and all that all over it the other day. So it's up as good as new now. So it's awesome.
Look who's on. Jack Turtle.
G'day, Jack.
Hello, Jack. How are you? I tell you what, guys, I love these new, what do you call these John Guest fittings? They're awesome, aren't they?
The which fittings?
The John Guest. Have you heard of John Guest?
No. Jack's still trying to work out how to talk.
They're push-on connector, Buck. You just push them in. Let me go grab one.
Yeah, give us a look. I'll just see if we can get Jack in the meantime. Jack, you got us, mate.
No, I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we got you now, mate. We got you now.
Okay. I just replaced every bloody single blue line in my caravan. It did my head in. Every time we went away, I had to cut it and put the connector in. Cut it and put the connector in. I've got 7 connectors out of my blue lines on the caravan this week.
Wow.
So
Well, there you go.
Phil?
What are they called again, Phil?
they're John Guest connector. Apparently,
Guest.
everyone uses them in all the vans and that now. You get them from Road Tech Marine and all the better accessory stores, etc. And you got your basically to connect, right? Where's the camera? All you do is press that in. That's it. That's done. That's a tough. I cannot pull that off, man. That will not come off. And to release it, there's a, now I've only done this once before. Apparently there's a little latch here somewhere you press.
Yeah.
And then you, hang on, it's getting dark. Where is it? I've done this once before. There's a little pin or latch or something here that you press.
Yeah.
You press it and it just releases, but I don't know how to do it now.
No, that's all right. It was really, so once it's on there, Phil, there's no leakage whatsoever, mate.
No, apparently not.
Hang on, I'm going to, what was the name of it,
Phil?
John Guest. Is that right, Terry? You'll be watching, Terry. I think that's what they're called. They're John Guest fitting.
The trick is, Phil, to push it in and then pull that little ring on the front of the connection. Put that in, pull it in, and then you can remove your water line.
Oh, so there you go. You're right. Who told you that? Was that you, Jack Turtle?
Yeah, that was me, mate.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, Jack got it spot on. And you can see, I probably won't be able to do it again, but you saw how easy that was to come off then.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to do it, yeah.
If you put it on underneath your camper trailer, before you hook it in, put the end in your mouth, so it will seal excellent. Make it wet. Just put it in your mouth and pull it out and stick it in your connector.
Yeah.
Oh, so just wet the end of the hose, Jack, you were saying?
Yeah.
What, wet the end of this?
Yeah, just stick it in your mouth and then push it in.
Okay. Yeah, you can see. Hang on, see if you can see. You can see there. See, I've changed the tap fitting. See, I don't know. Can you see that? There's a John Guest fitting.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the top one I've already done.
Yes.
But I didn't use a John Guest fitting on that one. I'm going to replace that and put a John Guest fitting on it. And there's this one here. So all I do now is I just cut that. This is for the hot water. I just cut that the length and then away you go. And I've came across these high couplers, Nito high couplers. They are really, really good. They're designed for air and water, and they don't rust.
Yeah, nice, mate. Yeah, it's all little things like that will just create less problems for you when you're out camping, Phil.
Well, this is the originals that was on there, and they're all rusted on the inside, and they're designed for air. They're not designed for water. So, of course, because they've got water in all the time, the whole guts, the inside's all rusted out.
Yeah, righto. Yeah. I think I've got some of them. Steve's got some of them under our camper trailer there, those same fittings.
Mm.
You're right, Jack. Jack's got to go. Yeah, so Lorna McMillan.
Everyone uses them now. Everyone I talk to, they all use these John Guest fittings. Yep.
I remember my old drifter camper trailer. I was always trying to stop bloody water leaks from the hose, from the fittings. It does. It's frustrating when your fittings leak. So if you get a good quality fitting, what's the canvas like on it, Phil? Good quality canvas and that, no leaks?
Yeah, no leaks. The canvas is really good, nice and clean. You have a look. I think it's Australian canvas. So as you can see, she's not a mark except for some bird shit right there.
Yeah,
But,
nice.
yeah, I don't know how clear that's coming up, but
Yeah, it's good, mate.
yeah, that's awesome.
The good thing is too, mate, if you ever have any problems with your canvas, you know a bloke just down the road in Harvey Bay that'll be able to sort it out for you. He's pretty good.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too far, just an hour and 20 minutes drive away. And this is the entrance here, you can see. So I entered from the back in this one here. It's pretty dark, but this is the inside. Bit messy at the moment because I just going over checking everything.
Yeah.
Actually, I got the battery turned off. But I got all the water pump, all that here. Lounge chair. I don't know if it's a queen or king size bed. One of the two. So
yeah. It's I like how you can go in and you've got a little table to sit at, a lounge to sit at. If it is rainy weather, mate, you can get in out of the weather. There's
exactly.
It's fantastic. And
I've
everything
got comfy
comes with
lounge
those types of camper trailers. Its biggest con is, I think it'd be nice if there was some way you could put a 270 awning on them, but I don't think there is. They're setting the awning up.
But someone's done it on this one here. I saw a photo on the ModCon Facebook group. There's a guy the other day put a photo up with a 270-degree awning on it. So he put a bracket here. Okay, can you see that? He put a bracket up here, and he put it on one of those, those systems where you can lift up and down like this is. I don't know what you call that. If you have a look here.
Yes.
Like that, the pin, you can go up and down. And he's put that on there. And then after he sets up, he just raises it up and just folds the awning out. But I wouldn't need a 270 because I already got this cover here.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about that idea though is that you're going to have water that'll come in through here and come down here.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. May not be a major issue. The only thing really that's going to get wet is your sink, and I suppose the sink, it won't hurt if it gets wet, but you do have the fridge out here, so that would get wet. So I don't think I'd do it. I mean, what I've got up here now is called a touring awning. So this is a real quick awning to set up.
Yeah.
But comes with the fridge. The whole works. 75 litre. And big pantry over here, and this pulls out, and you've got. But you've probably seen it in the video. Or have I shown that in the video?
Mate. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I actually shown the that on the video yet.
Your fridge and the pantry and that you have. You had your cereal in there, remember? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's great.
Jack, had your van out lately, Jack?
We just came back last Monday, a week ago. But since we've been at home, it hasn't done anything else than raining.
Yeah, you went out around Ogie, saw
Yeah. We went around there, and then we went to Kumbera. A beautiful place. Magic.
Yeah, you're saying that.
We had rain there as well for 2 days.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
No. And everyone said it's beautiful there, mate, eh? Really nice campgrounds.
Oh, yeah. And Teresa is a lovely lady.
Yeah.
She does anything and everything for you.
Yeah,
so,
good stuff, mate.
Yep.
It's not far now. What is it, 10th of May? 3 months, mate. 3 months. 3 months from today, basically, isn't it? 9th, 10th, and 11th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is 3 months.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mate Gary. He's coming too. Back. You should join the drinking session.
Phil.
Yeah.
Gary Pye's coming to the event, so make sure everything that is removable on that camper trailer is welded or bolted to it, so Jack Turtle and Gary Pye can't feel it.
Mate, did you see me post? I put it up there before. I said,
Phil hasn't got the leather anymore. The only one that's got the leather, that is you, Buck.
Yeah, you got to watch your ladder, Buck.
I'll know who my prime suspects are if that goes missing, I'll tell you.
It would probably be a Bobby Asser, eh?
Yeah, actually, it'd be 3. Jack, Gary, and Asser. Asser would be my main culprit. Yeah, he'll do something, no doubt. I'll probably get a red belly black snake in me rooftop tent on this trip. So, yeah. You're coming on, Terry. What are you doing? Terry, did anyone see Terry's stereo the other day? He's got about 85 speakers attached to it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, yeah.
Done. Completed. Finished. That's it. Hopefully it don't leak anymore. I should turn it on and see what happens.
Give it a go. No, it's good, Phil. How's the toe behind the Pajero, mate?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
It's like it's not there.
I got to cut in there, Buck. My phone's about to go, so I'm going to say goodbye to everyone.
Thanks, Tommy.
Have a great weekend, and I'll see you at the camp up.
Yeah, see you at the camp up, mate. You, me, and Gidgey will be feeding everyone on the Friday night by the sounds of it. And, mate, have a bloody great 50th birthday on Sunday. I know Harvey Bay, mate, you're a great supporter of that. And one of us, a family past all the Dream World and all that's the Sea World, wasn't it? All the bloody parks.
Yeah, Sea World. Yeah. The theme parks. So, yeah, no, easy sort of stuff, mate. This time I'm just sort of volunteering and got a few sponsors on that shirt for everyone. So, yeah.
Good on you, mate. That's what it is, mate. It's getting the community involved and people who know people and getting everyone involved. And it's all a team effort, mate. So well done. Happy birthday for Sunday. And,
no worries. And make the kids work too.
And if the Cowboys lose, just yell out, Buck said you're a useless pack of bastards.
I will. I'll do it for you.
I reckon the Titans will beat them. See you, Tommy. Thanks for coming
All
on,
right.
mate.
See you later. Bye.
See you, Tommy. Good to see you again.
All right. We've got no leaks.
She working, Phil?
Yeah, I don't see any leaks anywhere.
Oh, good.
Let me check the back.
You're going all the way back to your water tank with that new line, Phil?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'll replace the price and everything.
Good.
Not taking any chances.
Well, I didn't know, but it only lasts for 10 years, they told me. And my Caravan is 14 years old, so no wonder it is leaking.
What only lasts for 10 years, Jack? All the piping and that?
The water lines in the Caravans.
Yeah, right.
I've got the Chinese stuff in there, and guaranteed that it is not the same quality as the John Guest stuff, original stuff.
Yeah.
So they
You've
just
got
had a cheap way out.
Yeah. Well, we got another one popping in. Can anyone guess who this is going to be, guys? We got a fifth one coming in. Tommy's gone. We got Terry G's on. G'day, Terry.
G'day, guys. I hope you're all well.
Hello, Terry.
Hope you all hear me and see me okay, in you?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. We can hear you.
Your living room must be empty by now.
Yeah, guys. All well. Yeah.
I said your living room must be empty by now. You sold everything.
I have, yeah, mate. Yeah, those speakers that you've seen that I had online, I sold them the other day for $200. So Robin was cheering. She was out the front there with a bottle of champers. Woohoo! We got rid of them all. So, yeah. Bit of a sad moment for me, but I've still got my good ones behind me. So, yeah.
Thanks, Cole, for being on too, mate. Cole on the Fathead. Thanks for being on there, mate. Appreciate it. So Phil's gone somewhere.
Nice to meet you.
He's on walkabout.
What are you doing? You're selling all your gear, Terry. What are you just bloody having a declutter, mate? Are you?
Yeah, having a massive clean out, mate. Because Robin and I want to get out and travel next year. So we're looking forward to just getting rid of everything, and that way we haven't got much clutter in the house for the boys to continue on here. So, yeah. And I've got some exciting news for you too, Buck.
Hang on, Cole's waving at me, mate. He disappeared and then he came on. All we can see is like, how are you, Cole? You're back. You disappeared there for a while.
I'm good, mate. I'm still here.
Cole's down in Jervis.
I sneezed.
That's all right, mate. Hang in there. We haven't forgotten about you. We're Terry's got some exciting news.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
I love this. This is all good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So, Buck, I'm putting 400 amp hours of lithium batteries, mate, in the Caravan.
Mike Blakely, all the criminals are out and about, he reckons.
Yeah.
400 amps.
400 amp hours, yeah.
No worries.
With a 2,000 watt inverter.
Yes.
Yeah,
nice.
So it should power it quite nicely. So
yeah. And let us know what you got, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So once we wire it all in, mate, and then I'll put some photographs up for to have a look at.
It's a secret at the moment about how it's.
No. I went out and I bought all the Renogy gear.
Yeah.
So I've got the Renogy DC at the 50 amp and the 2,000 watt solar inverter and charger. So what Steve's got in the back of the FJ, I'll have in the Caravan, mate, but just double the power. Yeah.
So you've got a 50 amp DC charger.
That's right.
And the inverter has got an inbuilt solar regulator, has it? Is the solar regulator
it's got the AC charger built into the inverter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it charges your battery up on mains power. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we're looking at putting 1,200 watts of solar up on the roof.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. So where's your DC? Has your DC charger got a solar regulator in it as well? Is it that a dual DC and solar regulator? Or is it you got a separate solar regulator?
Yeah, it has got the solar. It has got a solar. I'll have to get a separate one, mate. Yeah, because the one in the DC isn't very big. So I'll have to run 2 solar regulators to run that amount of power. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I got you, mate. 1,200 watts of solar.
Mark LaBelle's asked if I'm doing a video. Yeah, Mark, I am. Yeah. So there'll be a video coming out soon with it all. So.
Yeah, Terry be doing. Is Phil the mastermind behind that, Terry?
He is, yeah. Phil and Steve. So Phil's going to wire it all up for me, and So we could run NASA at the end of the day. Hopefully.
What are you doing, Phil? Are you helping Terry do his 12-volt system in his Caravan?
Yeah, I'm going to install it for him.
Oh, nice. When's that happening, fellas?
Maybe next week if it stops raining.
It's raining down there too, are you?
It is, mate. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Seems to be raining all down the coast at the moment.
It is, yeah. It's very strange too, because normally we don't have showers this time of the year, you know. So yeah.
Either Jack Turtle's frozen up or he's practicing to be a statue. Jack, he's still alive there. He's still with us. Jack is frozen up. He didn't
Jack's
pay
still there.
buddy.
That's good.
Well, he's there. I can see him. He's not moving.
Yeah.
He's not moving.
Frozen him. He's frozen.
He's frozen.
Can you still hear us, Jack?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, it's just frozen. Is he frozen on your screen there, Terry? Jack's just.
He is, mate. Yeah. Hang on. I'll just run down the road and wake him up a bit. Hey?
Yeah, no, he's frozen as well.
We'll wait, Terry. You're at the other end of the That's
okay.
a sort of a run, mate.
I'll be about 13 minutes, mate.
Jack's down the other end of Harvey Bay from you. Let me tell you.
He is. Yeah.
You're at one end. Jack's down the other end.
Jack's down the other. Yeah. And Jason's over. So.
What's that, Jack?
Jason's away from us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, crazy dog's not far from you. Jack's probably going to try and log back in, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because his video froze up there. What are we, 450? No, that's all right. I was going to come on at 5. I came on.
How you been keeping, Buck? Well?
Yeah, all right, mate. I haven't been doing much. Just been doing me driving stuff and
Yep.
what have you. So, no, it's all
Right.
right, mate.
Congratulations on the guy that got his piece the other day with you, mate. That's great.
Yeah, good young fella. He wants to join the Air Force, that lad.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
good on him. There's some good kids in that program, mate, eh?
Is there? Yeah, that's good.
Had a bit of a hairy moment last night had a young girl driving in the rain on in a dark road. So yes, it's a bit. You have a few hairy moments every now and then because our cars don't. You don't have the pedals and that like the other learner cars. So you're totally relying on them. But no, most of them are pretty good drivers, mate. They're going really well, and
That's
it's
fantastic.
good to see them get their license and get on with their life. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah.
Mike Blakely said, "Sell it before the boys have a party and break everything." That's it, Jack. You're moving now, mate. You're frozen up there before. We could hear your voice, but couldn't see your thing.
I think maybe because I signed up for the typing.
Oh,
okay. Comments.
Yeah. What are you doing, Phil? Phil's fishing. What are you up to?
Oh, just trying different spacer for the hot water tap. When I turn the mixer on, I got a slight leak in the hot water fixture.
Okay. What kind of hot water system do you have on that? What the thing that heats your water up? What brand is it?
It didn't come with one, but I've got two. I've got what they call a 12-volt Aquawith or something like that. It's like a hot water system. It only holds 6 liters, but it heats up to 75 degrees Celsius. So you mix it with the cold water. I've got that option, or I've got my Julka. I'm probably going to go with the Julka. I don't know if I'll put the 12-volt hot water system in because I don't really have the room. It's quite a fair big unit. It's 300 by 300 by 300, but it needs 200 mil clearance on the bottom. So it needs so that's 500 mil, and plus it needs about 150 mil clearance on the top. So it's about 650, 700 mil. The only place I've got room for that is basically on the other side. On the other side here, I could fit it in here, but it's going to take up my storage.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to give up this storage for a hot water system.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, the Julka you can just hang up. Oh, J. Cola, as Fuller calls it. Steve used to call it a J. Cola.
J. Cola, yeah, Julka. I could put it in here.
J. Cola out of Julka, but he did.
It could go in there, but I keep all my annexes and walls in there.
Yeah.
So there's the only room that's over there, and I don't want to lose that room for a hot water system.
It's time for the caravan, Phil.
Hey?
It is time for the caravan. So you got more space you get in.
No, I just only got this, Jack. And I could hang the Joker off here. And I've got a shower ensuite that zips on here.
Okay.
Yep. And that's what these fittings are for. They're for the shower. And there's the gas line.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
That's not Australian, mate. ModCon's an overseas trailer, Phil, aren't they?
They used to be made in Australia till about 2013. And then they went overseas because of the costs. So this one is basically the chassis and that, and the all the frame, all this is made in China. But I believe all the suspension and all the wiring and the canvas, I believe it's all done here. So they've got a factory floor in Brisbane.
Yeah.
And they, so they assemble them there. So it's only the chassis that comes from China, where they used to do the chassis here. I believe that's, but they don't make these ModCon camper trailers anymore. The last one they made was back in 2022. They now do the hybrids. It's all hybrid now.
I've seen the hybrid mod cons. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you check your wheel bearings, Phil?
I think they got checked when that guy did the safety inspection. Apparently they checked that. And when I got back here about a week later, I got a guy come in and checked all that for me. And he says they're fine. So I still wouldn't mind. I still wouldn't mind replacing them for some Japanese ones. So, because I don't know how long they've been in there, those wheel bearings.
Say good day, Robin, for us. I saw Robin walk past in the background there.
Certainly will, mate. Yeah. Rob Buck said hello. Yeah.
Hey, Robin.
Hello.
How
She's
are
in
you?
the middle of cooking some dinner. Yeah.
You're supposed to be cooking dinner.
What's your any new videos in the works, Terry? Besides your 12-volt install?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, there's a couple there that I've still got to edit up, mate. One of them's I did an interview with Phil there about the camper trailer, so I've got to edit that one up, mate, and I'll get that one out pretty soon.
There's a bit you've got to edit out, is there?
It's already done, mate. So yeah.
Oh dear, didn't that cause some dramas, mate? Friggin' hell,
mate. I was heartbroken. I really was.
I know, mate. It just that's the thing, mate. It's hard, mate. Especially when you're live, you've got to be careful what you say, and you've got to be careful. Your brain goes quicker than your mouth, so your mouth goes quicker than your brain sometimes. And it's brought us all unstuck at times, mate. Don't worry. I've said a few things, and you think, shit. As soon as you say it, you know, and you think. But anyway, mate,
a couple of times back.
Told you it'd all blow over, mate. Eh?
Yeah. I just can't believe the amount of love and support that I had from a lot of people, and I'm truthfully grateful. Yeah. So
no, that's all right, mate. Unfortunately, it would have blown over in minutes, mate, or the next day when you said you were sorry. Everyone knew you didn't mean to say what you said, but there's someone out there who seems to have a bug up his ass about this community and everyone enjoying themselves. And I don't know if it's a jealousy thing or what it is, mate. And he's the one who seemed to make everything bloody almost turn to shit. But anyway, it didn't, and everything's back on track. And no, it's all right, mate.
Yeah,
we all learn from our mistakes, don't we?
We certainly do. Yeah.
That's all right. But I don't know, mate. It's bloody. It's just one of those things now. We also ship. I'm sure. Remember the young Indigenous kid that won the $1 million on the Barra the other day, and that Peter.
I've seen that.
Stefanovic guy said, "Oh yeah, you stole a car when you were 14." Tried to make a good story into something negative. Anyway, he's been getting called out, and someone said, "Mate, be careful when you cast rocks." And like you bloody, not everyone's clean. Everyone's done shit that they shouldn't have done.
No, that's right.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm probably the old school guy too, which I grew up in a very religious household, and the biggest thing was Matthew chapter 1 verse 7. Do not judge others, for I don't judge you. So I've always kept to that. Yeah.
Although you're bloody going to turn snorky on us there and start reciting the Bible.
I don't throw religion on anybody, mate. So
that idiot there, is that Carl's brother? Is it? It is. Roz said. Peter Stefanovic just tried to turn a good story, and that's what this guy said that called out Peter Stefanovic. All the negative stuff that's getting around in the world and on the news at the moment, and finally a good story of a young Indigenous kid in the Northern Territory landing a Barra that was tagged, and he won $1 million, and he's going to pay mum and dad's house off and go out and buy a new boat, a car, and all that. And this germ of a reporter had to try and turn it into something negative, something that he did as a young 14-year-old kid. He stole a car apparently, Probably in with the wrong crowd. He's turned his life around. He sounds like he's a good young lad now, and he's back on track. That's all everyone asks, mate. But there's always someone who wants to bring you down, eh?
I think the trouble with more in the world, people can tell you how many bad teeth they've got, but they can't say how many good teeth they've got. And I think that's the trouble with the world today. We look at more of the drama and the negative side than looking forward to the positive and the exciting parts.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you reckon about that, Cole? We haven't had a say for a little while, but it's good to see a feel-good story come on the news, but there's always someone, and once again, there's someone in this community here, I wouldn't call him part of the community, but there's someone that always wants to throw a spanner in the works and turn positive into negative, and it just happens everywhere, mate.
Yeah.
Well, mate, my nephew and nieces and their kids are all Torres Strait Islander.
Are they really?
Yeah. My mum, black fella. My old man, fucking Irish.
Yeah.
That's probably why I can drink so good. But
That's a good drink. Yeah.
My background is my blood relatives Torres Strait Islander, mate.
Wow, Roz would be interested to hear that, mate. Yeah, what you got some names, some surnames, and that, Roz? Everyone knows everyone in the Torres Strait.
It comes under Pierce.
Yeah,
which is pretty white person name. So
yeah.
But my blood nephews and nieces is Torres Strait Islander.
Yeah,
right.
My mum comes from New England Tops as a black fella passed. They used to actually have bullocky teams, dragging logs out of the forest and shit like that. And
wow,
and my old man is Irish, Tommy background. So
your mum's part Aboriginal, mate.
Yeah.
Wow,
her old man is black fella and white grandmother.
A bit of a mixture there. I guess everyone thinks Aboriginal and Irish is a weird combo. It's not when you think about it. How many Irish people back in the 1800s, the early 1900s and that hooked up with Aboriginal women, mate? So it's probably a more common combination than what we think. I mean, we had English and Irish settlers come out here, and I guess a lot of Irish Aboriginal combinations out there if you really dig deep into it.
Yeah, well, Mum's brother had a sheep station that he leased in Victoria somewhere. I can't remember. But he leased it as a black fella, but there was a gold mine on it, and he wasn't allowed to touch it. He was not allowed to touch that gold mine on his own property that he leased.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like the what do they call it? The white thing. White land.
Yeah, mate.
The apartheid in Africa. We have the same sort of thing here.
The white Australia policy thing. But it was back in those days, mate. Aboriginal, Indigenous people, Torres Strait and Aboriginal, weren't allowed to own their own businesses and that, mate.
No.
White fellas could do it. They had to work for the white fella type thing. That is why Roz's great-great-grandfather was allowed to own a pearl lugging business. He technically wasn't Indigenous. He was Samoan, which is the way he was allowed to own his own business up there in combination with Frank Jardine and that. But if you're an Indigenous person, you couldn't own your own business, mate. The white fellas wouldn't let you own your own business. A lot of people don't know that. And it's not that long ago, really, when you think about it, less than 100 years. So,
no, well, I'm like slacking. I'm a 69 model. And all this shit happened when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So.
Yeah, we remember it, mate. I remember being in pubs in Cunnamulla in the early 70s and having a counter. You know, mum and dad take us to church and we'd go into the pub on the way back from church and have a counter in Cunnamulla. And I remember seeing black arms come through the bars at the back of the pub grabbing their beers. They weren't allowed to come in the pub, mate. And I used to sit there thinking as a young kid, how come they're out there getting there? Why aren't they allowed to come in here? I didn't know. I was young. I was only in grade 1, grade 2 and that. But black fellas weren't allowed in pubs back in the early 70s. And that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Not that long ago at all. People don't get thought of that. Yeah. You remember them days, Jay? How long you been in Australia, Jack?
I've been here since 84.
Oh, 84. Okay. So that's okay. Yeah. It's a bit different then. Things are different then. I remember back in the days when females were not allowed in the public bar. That was a men's only place. Does anyone remember that?
I remember that too.
Dealers weren't allowed in the main bar. They were only allowed out in the bistro area of a pub.
Yeah. When I came to Australia, we ended up in the Blue Mountains. And at Wentworth Falls, the bar was only for the men. No women allowed.
Yeah, I know.
That was in 84. So
not that long ago. We've come a long way, that's for sure. Yeah.
There's still a long way to go, man.
The same as the rules that kids were not allowed in the bar either.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get my head around it. In the RSL club, no, you can't go there. Or in whatever club, you can't go there. I mean, I was 14, 15 years old, and we used to go to the pub and playing billiards. Well, the European style without the pocket holes.
Yeah.
And we ordered a beer. And nobody said anything. I mean, you couldn't do that here. No, why in the world?
No. Mr. Bullitt said, the ladies had their own bar, and I do remember that. I remember as a kid, the bloody ladies weren't in the main bar. That was probably late 60s, early 70s. I think during the mid-70s, mum used to drink in the main bar, like back in the days when everyone went to the pub and had a drink. Mum had finished work in the bar. But, the public bar was only for men. Mr. Bullitt's the oldest man in the world, so he definitely remembers those days over there.
I remember going to the pub with my father too, Buck. We used to have to sit out in the beer garden because there was no children allowed in the actual main pub.
Yeah. No, here we go. Gary Neal, for part of the reason the ladies not being allowed in the main bar was swearing. And the men wanted to get away from the women. Well, remember, now you've seen it. Everyone swears in front of everyone now. It's just become almost accepted that a swearing. I remember in the old days where you just didn't swear in front of kids. You know, like I remember dad's friends and that never swore in front of the kids. It was taboo. You didn't swear and you didn't swear in front of the women, which is probably, as Gary's saying there, men could go to the bar so they could drop a few F's and C's and not offend the women. And back in those days, people did get offended by foul language. These days, not so much, depending on the context it's said in, obviously. But it's like what you said, Terry, the other day. 20, 30 years ago, you heard it all the time, mate. These days, it's frowned upon, mate. And as you found out, it's just times.
I love Jamie Fulton's thing here. Look what happened at Harvey Bay when they had their own bar. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Gee, that was a classic between Lexi and Karen. It was funny.
I only just clicked there, Jamie. I'm thinking Harvey Bay had their own bar. I didn't realise he's talking about the Mr. Buckaroo event. He's talking about the ladies' wine bar. where they got out of control. Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're probably right on the money there, Gary. That's why there were men's bars only, because swearing was frowned upon. That's a very good point, mate. Yeah. And they could get in there and talk secret men's business.
That's right.
Well, didn't it fucking work? Like, I'm on the wrong side of 50 as well. Like, you're a bit older than me, but when I grew up, fuck, you swore in front of a woman, you got a fucking clip under the ear. Like,
yeah, you did. And it was, and people frowned upon it, and you didn't dare swear in front of people's kids. It was frowned upon. So,
and I still use that to today. Like, with my fucking nephews and nieces, and don't swear in front of the kids. Like, come on.
Well, there you go. Michael Bell saying when he was 7, he used to go and get dad from the main bar as mum was not allowed in. So we're not talking that long ago, are we, really? So, yeah. Anyway, last chance for someone to come on, because I'm going to go soon because I'm buffing and I need a beer. So,
I might jump off, Buck. So it's great to see you all, guys. Stay safe, all like that, and
enjoy your weekend, mate. Enjoy your weekend, and looking forward to your caravan. Speaking of caravans, Roz saw something on Facebook this morning where a caravan burst into flames, and they think the lithium battery went up and burnt the caravan to the ground. Now, we like to think lithium's pretty safe now, but geez, that's a scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah. I found out along the grapevine with that van too, Buck. I don't know if it's true, but they reckon one of the chairs, the director's chairs, hit one of the batteries and arced it out, and that's why it caught on fire. I don't know how true it is. That's all I've heard along the grapevine at the moment, mate. So, yeah.
I'll tell you another thing I've heard, and someone might be able to. Oh no, when we had our Sirocco, we had a 300 amp Enerdrive battery in the back cupboard there under the sink. It was very, very well done, Enerdrive, and it was all done. I've heard now that new caravans are not allowed to have the lithium battery anywhere inside, like under the bed or anywhere. There has to be an external part.
Not true. Not true, Buck. You're allowed to have them under there, but they have to be fully sealed and vented to the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Righto. So they can still put them inside, Phil?
You can still put them inside your van. It has to be in an airtight container, but like I said, airtight, from inside your van, but it's got to be vented to the outside of your van. And you're totally right. You're legal there.
Okay. Is that because of the lithium fumes can bloody kill you inside the van and that?
Not really. I don't know. The Life PO4 batteries that are mainly used in our camper trailers, 4 drives and so on, are a fairly safe chemistry. I mean, you could get a hammer and bash the guts out of it and it will not explode. So I don't know why they've applied those new regulations. I think they applied them to cover more so your AGMs, etc. and so on. And there are some lithium batteries around that are not Life PO4s, and they are extremely dangerous. So I think it's more so to cover that. So they just have one standard to cover everything. But the Life PO4s are usually quite safe.
Okay. We had lithium batteries in the army for our radios, and they were volatile. And if we had to fly on C-130 Hercs with it, we had to do up the dangerous cargo paperwork and pack them a special way and vermiculite and all that type of stuff before they would let them on an Air Force plane. So they were, to cover there we go. Someone said to cover the cheap Chinese rubbish. Yeah,
exactly.
probably.
I think you nailed it on the head. Whoever said that, I think that's what the problem is. There's a lot of the cheap shit coming from China. Mind you, all lithium batteries, they all come from China, but
They
there
all
are
come
good
from
ones
China.
and there are bad ones. The tricky part is figuring out which is which.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, I just bought
There's
I
no
just
gold.
bought the 2 Kings ones, the 200 amp. So hopefully they've got great reviews, like from Simon Muster from Lock Your Hubs 4x4. So we should be on a good thing. So,
mate, I've read a lot of good reviews on the King's lithium batteries, the blue top ones, their newer ones.
Yeah, the LiPo 4s.
Simon from Lock Your Hubs did some extensive testing on their 120s, and they came up close, mate. And he said they do everything they're supposed to do. So, Anyway, we'll see how it goes. It'd be interesting to see. You know, you get an Enerdrive lithium battery, which are very expensive, and compare it to a King's. Who knows? They could be out of the same factory for all we know.
Exactly.
Who knows? They just put a different sticker and a different colour. For all we know, they could be the same bloody things inside that plastic case.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't get over the price because those 200 ones, I only paid $699 each for them. So I bought 2 for the price of 1, really. Yeah. So I couldn't pass it up.
Gary, I've been using Kings for 3 years, never had a problem. That's good to know, Gary. I've got a Kings out in the shed. I don't use it much in the battery box. And, and mate, they are a good price. What did you pay for a 200 amp, 660 or something, Terry?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, 200 amp hour for $699 when they're on special.
Remember, you couldn't get 120 amp for under $1,200 a few years ago. Remember, the prices is coming down, and everyone's changing. So I'm waiting for the price of lithium to come down before I change over. Well, they are becoming a lot more affordable now, lithiums, considering they last longer than an AGM. So anyway,
the rain.
Yeah. All right then, guys. Look after yourselves.
See you, Terry.
And remember, as always, make it yourself.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Thanks for coming on, mate. Bye. See you, mate. Bye now. Big Ads and Sandy's. Jack saying, how's your health going, mate?
Going good, mate. We are all clear from Kansas, so I've been told. So
absolutely.
When they told me that, I picked up the caravan and we went away.
Good on you, mate. And I'll tell you now, the whole community was very, very happy to hear that you were given the all clear. And what made it even better, mate, our other community member, Gail Rowlands, she got cleared of breast cancer as well, almost the same time you did, mate, which was a double fantastic news for that. Really, really good. So, Mike Blakely, you don't want to come on quickly, do you, before I go? Phil?
I'm going to go too, Buck.
Yeah, mate. I'll go. Yeah, all right, mate. All the best and looking forward to new clips with your camper trailer. Thanks for coming on, mate. And you got a really good buy there. Are you going to be really happy with that?
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
You must be over the moon.
Yep, sure am. I'm enjoying the tinkering, bringing everything back up to, new state.
Cole's just showed us his dog. What's his name, Cole?
Fathead.
Fathead. I don't know who's got. There's a few fat heads on here at the moment. Me, Phil, and Fathead the dog probably got the 3 fattest heads on here. What is he?
I reckon I just nailed it for the whole fucking 3 of us.
Oh, Fathead. Is that his actual name, is it?
Yes.
Fathead the dog. There you go. Cole and that makes it. Cole and the Fathead. Didn't realise that was your dog you were referring to.
Yes. From the beginning, Buck.
Good stuff, mate. Oh, well, we all know now when we see Cole and the Fathead in the chat room, we know it's Cole, and we've also seen Fathead, his dog. So, good stuff.
And we could put the face to the name. That makes sense too.
Mike Blakely said he can't come on. He hasn't got a web camera. That'll make his head look even better. If he hasn't got a camera, we won't be able to see his head. Anyway, Mike.
Okay, I'm going to head off now, guys.
See you, Phil. I'm going to go too because my back teeth are floating.
Okay, guys.
My mum's hungry. I got to go cook up some pizzas.
Take it over to your mum for us, Phil, please.
Will do. I'm going to cook some pizzas up now.
Take it over to Joey for us too, the maniac bird.
Oh, Joey. Yeah, hey, Joey. Yeah, he's watching.
He's a beautiful bird. All right, guys. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for coming on.
Good on
Cole,
you.
thank
No
you.
worries.
Jack, thank you, mate. Thanks for being on. Good to see you in good health, mate. See you, mate. See you, Phil. And I'm going
See
too.
you guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Thanks for being on,
Okay.
everyone. See you, Cole.
All right.
Mate. Thanks, mate.
No worries. Now you know what the fathead is.
He's the dog. Good stuff. Enjoy Jervis Bay, mate. So you live in a beautiful part of the world. Let me tell you, it's bloody cracking down there. It really is. So do you too, Jack. Harvey Bay's not too foul either, mate.
See you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, mate. All the best. See you, Cole.
Stay
See you, Cole.
safe, everyone. Please.
See you, mate. Thank you. Bye now. Righto, guys. How was that? Something a bit different. Just letting anyone who wanted to come on and have a chat. I reckon it's pretty good. Might have to do that. Chow said. Who said chow? Chow, Phil. I'm going to go chow as well, guys, because I'm busting for a tinkle. See you later. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday night. Be good to your mum on Sunday, everyone. We're going out to dinner with Roz's mum and a lot of the families coming down. So, yeah, it'd be good. Cole's still there. I can still see him in the background. He refuses to go away. Cole, you're still there. See you, mate. Cole, he's still on. His camera's still on. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy birthday to Tommy Oliver for Sunday, and to all the mums out there. Have a wonderful day. And my daughter may be a mum on Sunday as well. How good would that be? Take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Lukey Reed, you diddly donk. Say g'day. Burko, all the rest of you. See you later. And as I said, have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully we'll see some sunshine here, but I doubt it. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.